Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I hope we're doing well. Sorry I've been away for so long. I've been doing insomnia, and then I had a nap. That's pretty much it. That's the main reason. Everything else was just fluff. I mostly just got... You know when you have a nap and you skip like 3 months of time? That happened, but it's okay. We're back now. Good evening to all of you. Hopefully we're doing well. Callum, thank you very much for subscribing. 2 years subbed to this fool, indeed. Somebody has to be. Good evening, everyone. I know we had like a 10-minute timer, alright? Shut up. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're gonna get through this. It's okay. We don't need the timer all the time. Why is the camera not above the text? Hang on, this is wrong. That's not allowed. The camera must be above the thing. Why is the chat below? There we go. Goodness me. Nearly had the chat above the camera. That would have looked foolish had I have played that on in an actual stream. Okay, right. Everyone stop having fun. This is about a serious... We're going to try and finish a book. And I know some of you are thinking, that's easy, just read the book to the end. No. There's a complex system to this. Unfortunately, the progress within these books relies on you guys making the correct decisions. And we have tried to play these books before, and the reason it's been so long since the previous book to this book is, if I remember correctly, you guys got caught in a circle loop for about 2 hours. Because there was a door that opened into another door that opened into another door, and then the game obviously gave you the option to just keep walking in a circle, which everyone decided to do for a while, before I had to step in and be like, no. Also, if you ever manage to completely 100% balance the votes, not percentage-wise, but exact numbers of votes-wise, I will restart the entire book. And I will do that as many times as I need to. Now, that is it's a promise. It's a threat. It is something that's going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. You ready? This is very simple. All we're going to do, we've tried the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. We got... Oh, it was okay through it. It was not terrible. We tried the Citadel of Chaos. We didn't get through that much. I don't remember us doing, you know, too great. I think we got to the end, but we didn't pick up all the keys. And if I remember correctly, we didn't get all of the items that allowed us to kill the big bad boss. So today we're playing the Forest of Doom, book number 3. Now some of you will say, where's book number 4? Book number 4 is not out yet, but don't worry. We've got book number 3, the Forest of Doom. Here we go. It's very simple. If you've not joined these streams before, I will pretty much... I'm going to reduce the size of the chat just so you guys can see the text on the screen. Give me a second. And don't you worry, I'll explain everything to you. I'm here. I'm here for you. It's okay. Here we go. Oh, Cow has said, dang it, why are there ads on a live stream? It's how Twitch makes its money. Do you want to know something really stupid? It's TwitchCon in France, in Paris, coming up soon. And Twitch partners and affiliates have to buy a ticket to go to the event. And as silly as that sounds, I'm not trying to sound really cocky and arrogant here, but they use the fact that Twitch partners and affiliates are going to be at the event as a major advertising draw for people to buy tickets and go to the event. And then they turn around, they're like, hey, you guys, yeah, you're the reason that we're having the event. People are coming to meet you, but also you've got to pay for your own ticket. And there's no discount this year at all. It's just full price tickets. So I thought, you know what? No, I'll just stream for a bit longer, just chat, hang out with you guys, play some games. Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh my god, partners are expecting free tickets. No, not free tickets. I wouldn't expect that. You know, discount would be nice, but also a lot of partners go there to work because a lot of people who go to TwitchCon want to meet the Twitch streamers, and so they are kind of the draw, but I'm not particularly bothered about that. It's never really been the driving force of why I've done any of this. Just like playing games. It's this or have a real job, so I'm going to go for this. But if you've not joined us before, allow me to explain how this goes. This is a fighting fantasy novel. Fighting fantasy novels, you roll some dice, you choose which page you want to turn to. It's basically an RPG in a book. That's how it works. Yeah, people in the chat are like, yeah, it's networking. This is the first time in a stream, like a decade, and it's while I'm at work. Well, quit. I need your full attention. I can't be having you working and paying attention to the stream at the same time. That makes me feel inferior, alright? Bring your boss over. They will also appreciate this. This is fine. They'll understand it. If they don't appreciate it, you and him can, or you and her, can have a chat about what your priorities should be while at work. First monitor content. Good. I see. Let's have a look, see what's going on in the chat. Is this the hive mind? Yes. You guys are going to try collectively complete a book. It's not hard. Move stream from third to second screen. Nobody has 3 monitors. Don't be silly. Well, some people do. 4 is the cutoff point. 4 is a ridiculous amount of monitors to have. No one... Yes, thanks, Draz, for saying door loop. No, we're not doing the door loop. We're playing seriously. So, before we play the game, we must choose one of 3 difficulties. Adventurer. Play the Forest of Doom exactly how Ian Livingstone designed it. I do everything in my life according to Ian Livingstone's original designs. I do nothing without his explicit consent. Okay? I brush my teeth the way Ian Livingstone would want it. I play my Warhammer the way Ian Livingstone would want it. I even use chat-up lines the way Ian Livingstone would want. I sit down with a gorgeous person in front of me, and I'm like, would you prefer cheesy or romantic? Please make your decision now. And then I pass them a little poll, and they have to choose which one they want. And whichever one they go for, I deliver the same line anyway, because I'm like a real dungeon master. I've only got one result prepared. I just convince you that was the result that you chose. That's how it goes. Here's a question for you concerning Session 0. Of you and the rest of the group, you're stranded on a desert island. Okay, I'm with you so far. Who's the first to be eaten? Who decides the rest are going to commit cannibalism? Okay, right. So if we were stranded on a desert island, I can guarantee that I would absolutely kill, cut up, and eat Callum even before the food ran out. Like on day 1, like 15 minutes into actually being there, I'd be like, I'm hungry. This is happening straight away. I don't care if the desert island actually has amenities on it. You know, there might be a restaurant, there might be a cafe, there might even be like an airport. We might be there on holiday. It's happening. 15 minutes, that's just immediately the decision that I would make straight away. Okay? And I would stand by it straight away. I would absolutely stand by it. And I think he'd understand. I think he would totally understand. He would agree that it is the right decision. The reason I wouldn't want to attempt to kill, cook, and eat either Rage or Billy is they'd probably beat me in a fight. That's what it would be. Rage has a big hammer, and Billy is very strong. So that's understandable. My first single-player RPG was the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Thanks so much. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Right, is everyone had enough fun in the chat now? Because we're about to play some serious games, so I'd like us all to stop enjoying it. The Twitch clips hit differently when you watch them happen live. I know, this is like all of the Twitch clips put together into a long compilation with no pauses. This is what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Adventurer. Play the Forest of Doom exactly how Ian Livingstone designed it. Ian Livingstone, what a great man. I'm going to go back off on topic. I'm pretty sure Ian Livingstone invented fun. That's what he invented. I was going to say video games, Games Workshop, Warhammer, D&D, the concept of books. I think he did. But no, he was a very prolific inventor. Your starting skill is calculated by rolling 1d6 plus 6. That's quite the variety right there. You're also given unlimited bookmarks, which are like placing your fingers between the pages. That's good. Hardcore Hero. If you have beaten the Forest of Doom, I haven't. We're not allowed to use Hardcore Hero because I haven't beaten the Forest of Doom. That would be illegal. Or Free Read. Play the Forest of Doom like an old school character. In Free Read mode, you roll your character exactly the same way you would in Adventure mode, but you are given 3 extra options to help negotiate your choice. Rewind, Free Choice, and Heal. These are accessed through the Adventure sheet. You may use all 3 of these buttons at any time, except during combat. So Rewind goes back to the previous page. Free Choice unlocks all links, regardless of whether they're available. No, we don't want that. We want Adventurer, the way Ian Livingstone said it should be done. Here we go. You ever shared your opinion on private servers, or not think much of them? So, the opinion on private servers question comes up a lot, and I have to be careful how I negotiate it because of people emailing me endlessly. Ultimately, and I hope most of you are smart enough to kind of read between the lines here, as a professional working within the video game space, I have to be seen, at least on some level, to be towing the corporate line, to be saying what's legal, what's just, and what companies and corporations would look at me and give me a nice pat on the head for. In another way, if it makes you happy as a player, because ultimately I have to advocate for the players more than anything else, then yeah, do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. As long as you're having a good time, go for it. As long as no one else is being hurt, absolutely. Can I play a private server or advertise it or speak positively about it? No. And the reason for this is I did, many, many years ago, and the next day my inbox had about 300 emails from various private servers, all offering large amounts of money for me to advertise them and play them. Because I know that, or they know that if I were to endorse a private server, it would suddenly see a huge influx of players. Unfortunately, if that did happen, and then that private server in any way were compromised or hacked, and that influx of players had their data breached, I would feel responsible for that, and I simply don't want to do that. So, from like a personal point of view, I don't want to advertise something that I know might not be 100% safe. From a gamer point of view, because we do live in a society, then you guys need to find what makes you happy and what fulfills that gaming itch that you need to scratch. And from a professional point of view, from, you know, companies that email me and stuff, I would never endorse anything illegal. That's entirely wrong. Don't do that. That's bad. Be good little corporate shills and only go and play Big Daddy Rady Shady. There we go. There's your advert right there. But no, in all seriousness, just am I okay? I sound under the weather. Might be the mic setting. It's the mic setting. I've got a new microphone. It's this is how I always sound. I always sound slightly ill. I've also got a cup of tea from a Dungeons and Dragons mug that they sent me. I've got a bone to pick with Dungeons and Dragons. Well, specifically Magic the Gathering. Oh my god. Magic the Gathering, I swear to God. Ooh, right. See, many years ago, many moons ago, when I was but we'll play the book in a minute, okay? Don't worry, we're going to get there. It's a long stream. We're going to get to the book. If you're here for the actual gameplay, if this is your first time here and you're thinking, he doesn't make much progress, does he? Look, just calm down, okay? I've got a lot of stuff to say, and we'll make progress. Don't worry. What is the gaming chair? It's a gaming chair. Don't worry about it. Right. Many moons ago, when I was but a small lass, Magic the Gathering sent me a big box of cards with booster packs and commander decks and suites, and it was like this really cool box, and they were like, hey, if you could just, you know, tweet about this, that'd be super cool. So I tweeted about it, because I thought, you know what, hey, free shares, that's pretty cool, I like Magic the Gathering, I'll do that. I sent some tweets out, I was proud to do it. I didn't ask them for it, they just sent it to me. I'm like, yeah, I see what mutual respect thing going on here. A few days ago, I got another package. Much smaller. Much, much smaller. Hardly nary a card in it. And I contacted them. I'm like, hey guys, do you hate me? Have I done something wrong? You know, because I've got friends and theirs were bigger than mine. And while I'm not, you know, insecure in that way, I'm just thinking maybe I upset someone. Maybe I hurt someone. Have I said something wrong? And I got like a mixed message back, and they were kind of like, yeah, so like, we've already got you, and you're already saying good things, so we don't need to get you again. You know, we've kind of done our job. And I'm like, whoa. We're going to play Digimon now. Okay, if that's how we're going to play it, Magic. I'm going to go and play the Final Fantasy trading card game. I'll play Battle Spirit Saga. They've been upping their advertising recently, haven't they? Let's give those a go. I've already hooked, so now it's onto the drip feed. No, too can play at that game. I'm going to get back onto the Pokemon. I'm going to play the Pokemon characters. What were they? What was it? Agumon. That was one of the Pokemon characters. Misty, Kabutan. Yeah, these things. I know what they are. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Time for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Time to play some cards. That's what I used to say when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But no, in all seriousness, they were like, hey, you already enfranchised. I'm like, what? I don't even know what Magic is. I mean, yeah, I'm literally always within reach of a Magic card, but shut up. Don't worry about that. Maybe they have got a point. Maybe I should stop. That's true. In fact, looking around my desk right now, there are like 4 or 5 different Magic things, just literally. It's a Sylvan Library. It is a Sylvan Library. Correct. Well done. Did you manage to pick that up from literally me just doing that? And you went, that's a Sylvan Library right there. Okay, hang on. If you're that good at identifying Magic cards, I have a stack here. Come on then. Who said it was a Sylvan Library? We've got content for the next 20 minutes. Okay. All right, Tay. Let's see what you can get. Oh, what if we do alternate arts? You're not going to be able to get those, are you? Okay, Tay, you ready? I'm going to cover the name of the card up. You only get the image. And you know what? You only get the image upside down. So that's all you get. Identify the card from that. That's all you get. I swear to God, if you can actually identify that card, oh, for fuck's sake. We're just going to play the book. You're all massive nerds. Okay, come on. Yes, it was Maze of Ith. Everyone shut up. We're playing... No, I'm not. Hang on. I'm not leaving it this. It's a blue eyes white dragon. Wrong. It's a Pikachu. Ah, okay, right, we're not doing that one. Okay, cool. This one you get even quicker. This is like literally a flash, okay? You ready? I'm going to cover the text. You get the upside down art, and that is all you get for this card. You get that, and then it goes away. I swear to God, if any of you actually were able to get this, that was the alternate art of a card. It's not Charizard, it's not Karibo, it's not Mewtwo. You can't get it. See? You just can't get it. None of you. None of you are that good. I'm not even streaming until one of you says the correct name. Josh realized his audience only exists in massive nerds. Of course it's massive nerds. No, is it something from Rakdos? Not really. It's a swamp. It's not a swamp. Hang on, let me just... I'll give you another little peek. Another little really quick peek. This is all you get. To be fair, this is the upside down art. So I am being nasty here, but that is the art that you get. I will try. That's all you get. Nothing else. If you can't get it, then I'm going to stop the stream right here. Okay, Exodia. It nearly was Exodia. Can't believe none of you can do it. All of you are failures. Auntie Judy, thank you very much for the bits. That's remarkably kind of you. I'm going to say something from Theros. You would be incorrect. I can't believe that you aren't even... hang on. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 got it. It is indeed Yawgmoth Thran Physician. It was the alternate art of the Yawgmoth card. Grats, well done. Give us the rest. There's like a stack of 100 cards. I've got to do some streaming. Okay, here we go. Roll my starting stamina. If my stamina falls to 0, I die and my adventure is over. Much like real life. As long as this is a 6, it's going to be good. That is a banging number to start off with. Your roll of 11 plus a base of 12 means your stamina is 23. I have got a serious amount of stamina. Okay? Make of that what you will. But yeah, we're going for 23 stamina. Boom, son. Crom says, I'm clipping my toenails right now, and that's the right thing for this stream. You know what it is? Whenever I sit down to stream, I always think what kind of vibes I'm going for, and I thought this is very much a Crom clipping his toenails vibe of stream. I'm really glad I was able to hit that. Because many people have told me it's a very specific market, and if I aim for that, I'm really reducing my demographic, but I'm glad that nearly 1,000 people woke up today and thought, that's the vibe they want. I'm glad we got there. You have mucus dribbling out of your nose. Is that the right look for this stream? Yeah. I mean, we're all nerds, so I'd expect you to be wearing some kind of graphic t-shirt, maybe holding an anime body pillow next to you at the same time, maybe saying actually to someone and talking about the faults within the D&D movie, all that kind of stuff. Is it ever going to be a Josh riding a horse vibe? I think most streams I go for are that. Here we go. We've got 23 stamina. I am one staminous man. I'm committing to that sentence. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting experience. The higher the better. Your starting skill is determined by rolling 1 die and adding 6 to the number. This is then entered in the skill box. Guys, shall we go for the skill here? As long as I roll a 6, I'm all good. Oh, that's a 6. Boom. 12 skill. 23 stamina, 12 skill. I swear to God, if you make the wrong choices and we die... Look, I've given you everything I can give you. This is Staminus Maximus right here. Time to open a bottle of wine and enjoy the chaos. Oh my God, if only I had a bottle of wine. And you know what? If I had a bottle of mead, that'd be even better. There's movement, I'd say, out the door. Don't worry. Okay, everything I say has a point. Here we go. Let's go on to my luck. Am I one lucky mother? That is correct. Your luck indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy kingdom, and you are about to explore. Look, luck is... There's definitely a point about luck in the world. Can we Uber Eats you some booze? You can try, but no. Because I don't want to get too drunk on stream. That's the question. I'll get like a little drunk. You know, a little bit. We'll have a little bit of tipsiness going on, not a problem at all. But I'm not going to crazy drunk. I've got a responsibility to you and to the fantasy world I'm in that luck is a part of. How lucky am I on a scale of 1 to 6? That's a 3. That's a mid-luck. I'm okay with that. Oh my god, you got a real mic. I did. Look, it's on like an arm and everything. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this arm moving around. There's a little mic thing going around. Oh man, it really would be great if I had some mead right about now. Oh, fantastic. Look at that, see? Employing all the servants was definitely a good idea. That's delicious. Okay, cool. We've got a bit of mead. We're good. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Here we go. Am I a mean drunk, Mr. Look, right, I am a fascinating drunk. Okay, because I've not actually been drunk that often. We'll get to the game, don't worry. The game is going to happen. We have a long time. The SpongeBob came out of nowhere. What's the reason for the break? I'm just lazy, to be honest. There we go. Am I a mean drunk? I'll tell you what I am. I am a very, very, very nerdy drunk. Like a ridiculously nerdy drunk. Like someone will come up to me when I'm drunk and they'll be like, Josh, how are you? And I'm like, sit down, sit down. Let me explain all the mechanical differences between Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2. You see, when you set a snare in Baldur's Gate 1, they just say, a trap was set. But when you set a snare in Baldur's Gate 2, they say, a snare was set, which of course implies there's a difference between traps and snares, and by then the person I'm explaining to has left. But I keep going, because I feel very strongly about the differences between Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2. Josh gives me aloof, sad boy drunk vibes. I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm going to smile through the pain. To be fair, I was a little bit tipsy. Well, I can neither confirm nor deny how tipsy I was at the Insomnia Festival this weekend, which, by the way, we performed on the main stage. We performed a Session Zero Dungeons & Dragons improv show, and it was entirely filmed, which means that you guys are going to be able to watch the complete playback of the complete film. Kai, thank you very much for joining the party. Kai, how are you doing today? Hopefully you have... Main page streamer, guys. Main stage streamer. Yeah, Baldur's Gate was badass. In all seriousness, yes, happy Saturday to you, Kai, as well. Hopefully you're doing good. In fact, Kai, I'm pretty sure you were there when I was a tad tipsy, so people can tell you exactly what kind of drunk I am. Am I a mean drunk? Am I a happy drunk? Am I a sad drunk? Am I a singing drunk? I may occasionally burst into song from the acclaimed musical Death Note. And for those of you who didn't know Death Note had a musical, Google Death Note musical. Legit, really good. Genuinely really good. Okay, cool, here we go. My luck is 9. Next, I must take a potion with me. What kind of potion am I taking with me? In addition to your other starting equipment. I'm drunk already, see? It's already started. Funny that you're drinking while I'm high. Together we make one complete human. There we go. Baldur's Gate 2 to Dynair Dirty. I completely agree. Kai's a tad tipsy, off to Bell's place for the creator crash. Oh, sweet. Have a good time, man. Make sure that when you're there, you turn on the TV and stick this stream on the TV. I need to know that. I need to know that I'm entertaining lots of creators. That would make me feel better. But seriously, Kai, have a good time, man. Oh, that, the arcade cabinet you got looks badass, by the way. You have the New York version of the Death Note musical. Hell yeah! The Death Note... Are those Space Marines in your mug? They're not Space Marines in my mug. No, that would be silly. I mean, look, I'm not always within reach of nerdy shit. People are like, oh, Josh, you're always within reach of nerdy stuff. You've got Magic the Gathering cards right by you. I mean, yes, I do have a Warhammer calendar on the wall next to me, okay? But that's not relevant. That doesn't matter. In fact, this is wrong. This is on March, and I'm pretty sure we're in April now. So, hang on. Right, March was Orcs, so we need to change this. What's this going to? April. What is that? That is some kind of weird Eldar. I don't like that at all. Oh no. Now I've got to look at the frickin' Eldar. That's boring. Hang on, we're changing this. I don't care if... Yep, there we go. I don't care if it's not May. We're getting some Space Marines out on the wall. People are like, but Josh, it's the wrong date. Shut up, nerd. It's always the right date for Space Marines. There we go. I'll just pretend it's May. I don't use calendars, I just have them hanging on the wall so they look nice. I do what everyone does around Christmas time. I wait until, you know, the 3rd or 4th of the new year, go to the calendar club shop that pops up in town, you know, during the new year, when the calendars are like 70% off. You buy a calendar, you come home, you hang it up, you're like, this year I'm going to use it. This year I'm going to note down all the things I'm going to do on the day. I'm going to note down birthdays. I'm going to note down important meetings. I'm going to have an eating plan. I'm going to have a gym plan. No, you don't. You flip through the calendar for about 3 months and you leave it on your favourite picture and buy another one next year. All the calendar is a collection of 12 pictures, of which you look at about 4 of them. That's what a calendar is. Should I buy a calendar? A calendar filled with photos of Callum. Okay, Callum. The calendar. It needs to happen, okay? We're making this happen. Do I have an energy drink nearby? Oh, I actually don't. I could make one appear, but I don't. I'm sorry. I've let you down. I've got all the usual things that a YouTuber would have. I've got a pen. I've got a bottle of multivitamins, and I've got a tiny sword. When I say that, I mean, like, you've got to look at the visual cues. I've got that's not a euphemism. I'm actually holding my tiny sword. Not in that way. Just look at the video. If you're watching this on the clip, Visa, you have to include the visuals for this clip. Isn't that a letter opener? Yeah, but it's also really blunt, so it's really crap at opening letters. Basically, it's just for stabbing people if they get a bit too close. Right. So you've very much got to... I think it's against the terms of service to hold your tiny sword on stream. Yeah, but I'm holding it by the base, so it's fine. Handle. Let's just play the game, okay? I've said enough. Let's play the game. Here we go. Now, do we want a potion of... Shut up. Do we want a potion of... I like the idea that some first-time chatter, Boo the Great, has just joined and said, oh my god, Josh is streaming, and the first thing they logged into was me going, shut up. Okay, don't talk, don't type. Right, we're here to play a serious game, and I need some serious input, so stop it. Right, do we do? A potion of shut up seems amazing. Do we do a potion of skill, a potion of strength, or a potion of fortune? The potion of skill and strength fully restores your skill or stamina, and the potion of fortune will add 1 to your luck before fully restoring your luck points. Now, luck is super important in this game, so I'm going to go with a potion of fortune. Here we go. Potion of fortune for me. I want the potion of fortune. Let's do this. Now I must prepare my adventurer's equipment. God, there is so much stuff to set up. You begin your adventure with a sword, leather armor, that's in the other room, and a backpack containing provisions, food and drink to sustain you during the journey ahead. Rationing your provisions is key to a successful adventure. I'm just playing with my sword live on Twitch. I should not be doing that. Stop it. Rationing your provisions is key to a successful adventure. They may be consumed at any time, excluding combat, by accessing the adventure sheet. Each meal restores 4 stamina. Be sure to pay close attention to your stamina and restore it regularly. Your difficulty setting determines how many provisions you begin with. Adventurers and free readers start with 10, while hardcore begin with 3. That's a bit of a difference. Good lord. Okay, wow. I've got to start streaming on Kick, then I'd be able to play with the sword all the time. Yeah, no, I've looked into the Kick streaming, and by that I mean I've seen that people are somewhat... There's a bit of a kind of division there. Some are saying good, some are saying bad. Look, in order to work out whether I should stream on Kick, YouTube, or Twitch, I would have to put a serious amount of research and time into working out which is best and which is the most customer friendly. And that sounds like a lot of work. And I've said to people before, if I wanted to do a lot of work, I wouldn't have become a streamer. Right? This is not... I didn't become a streamer or a YouTuber to actually put effort into what I do. I am literally going to read through a book, you're going to tell me what to do, and we'll see if we finish the book. This is not exactly Mensa, okay? This is not rocket science. I'm going to read the words on the screen. I'm going to drink some tea. I've got some mead over in the corner. You're going to vote on what happens. Success or failure is up to you. Okay? I have very much found a way to react to my own content while it's live happening. That is the reaction meta. We are this close to me just reacting to my own old videos. Because I've been saying, you know, reaction content, there's positives to it, there's negatives to it. Some people say it's, you know, derivative of the original work. Some people say it's stealing content. However, reaction content, it cannot be denied, makes a huge amount of views on YouTube. It's extremely popular. The algorithm loves it. So how do you do ethical reaction content without harming the person who made the video while still, you know, making sure that you are supplying an income to them? How do you do it? Okay, cool. So pretty much just react to my own old content. There we go. Reaction to other reactions. That I can do. Okay, Callum says, here's an idea. We both make a video every week and react to each other's videos. It's an infinite money machine. And then you react to me reacting to that, and I react... We've solved the problem. Reactions to reactions to reactions, endless content. Good. Asmon watched my newest video. Well, I'm glad he left it a few days at least, because, I mean, what people might not realize is that while reaction content does greatly help small YouTubers, once you get above a certain size on YouTube, reaction content is just a derivative of your work, because it takes me hours and hours and hours to research and script and write a video, and then I have to pay the editor who's going to edit the video, and then if somebody else wants to watch it and react to it, that's fine, but you must understand that they are benefiting off my work way more than I am at this point. Like, reaction has there is a step that it helps you get to, but once you're up to there, it doesn't really boost you beyond that. Like, if you were to react to someone who had, 1,000 or 10,000 subscribers and boost them up to 100,000, fantastic. But once you get to a level where you don't necessarily need the free exposure, then there's an issue. Deck says, why am I following this fucking loser? Deck, I don't know, but I'm happy to talk to you about it. It's okay, Deck. We've all made mistakes in our life. My mistake was obviously trying to become someone you thought was cool. Your mistake was clicking the follow button. It's okay. Let's talk it through. What would have happened is you'd have opened Twitch, you'd have clicked on this stream, you'd have thought, oh my god, this guy sucks. And then you'd have clicked follow because, for some reason you thought that was the right thing to do. But it's okay. I'm here now, Deck. Talk to me. Tell me about what's happened. Did this all begin when you were younger? Okay, what's wrong? I'm here to listen, to soothe, to pay attention. Okay, playing the game, free content. This is much more important than the game. Deck, it's okay. I'm here for you. Come on, Deck. You fell off. Deck, I've never been on it. Okay? I literally play old shitty MMORPG games and say how crap they are. I have a series entirely based on clickbait. I'm sat here playing a book. This is not exactly the most amazing Twitch content. In order to fall off, you have to at least be on something to start off with. Have you watched my content? I'm not so much scraping the bottom of the barrel as rimming it. I'm halfway through to China by now, mate. Okay? I'm looking forward to falling off. With the gravity the way it is, I'd go up. Don't try and insult me, mate. I've been trying to make it as a Twitch streamer for like 5 years now. No one thinks I'm a bigger joke than me, alright? I've even got a small sword and I showed it off on stream. I am willing to self-depreciate. Now, come on. What else are we doing? Are we playing the game? I'm here to listen to you, dude. I got hooked when you played marbles. Another very specific game where I don't put any of the effort in. Hey, Josh, can you lower your mic a tad? Yeah, sure. There you go. All sorted and done. This isn't even the real Henry Cavill. Show us more of your sword, please. That's going to be on the OnlyFans. It's okay. That is good mead right there. All right, come on. Here we go. During your quest, you may encounter characters and items that alter your 3 scores: stamina, skill, and luck. Usually, these scores may only ever be restored to their initial amount. On very rare occasions, a particular page may grant an effect that defies this rule. Interesting. It's been months since you showed us the PC plastic. It's on there still, don't worry. It's still there. Here we go. Once you have readied your equipment, you may begin. You are an adventurer, a sword for hire, and you have been roaming the northern borderlands of your kingdom. Having always spurned the dullness of your village life, you now wander the lands in search of wealth and danger. Despite the long walks and rough outdoor life, you are content with your unknown destiny. The world holds no fears for you, as you are a skillful warrior, well practiced in the art of slaying evil people and beasts with your trusty sword. Not once during the last 10 days since entering the northern borderlands have you set eyes upon another person. This does not worry you at all, as you are happy with your own company and enjoy the slow, sunny days, hunting, eating, and sleeping. It is evening, and having feasted on a dinner of rabbit, spit roasted on an open fire, grow up, you settle down to sleep beneath your sheepskin blanket. There's a full moon, and the light sparkles on the blade of your broadsword. I'm just looking at people in the chat. You're like, oh, it's funny. No. Serious adventure time now. Stop having fun. All right? Serious adventure time. Oh, Joy, Sunrise here. Once got told off in school for rolling dice to play these books. Well, if you, I was a teacher for a long time. I would actively encourage people to play these books. They are fantastic. You'd mispronounce broadsword. Sorry, from Hero Quest. The broadsword. There's a full moon, and the light sparkles on the blade of your broadsword, skewered into the ground by your side. You gaze at it, wondering when you will next have to wipe the blood of some vile creature from its sharp edge.
These are strange lands, inhabited by weird and loathsome beasts, goblins, trolls, and even dragons. As the flame of your campfire gently dies, you begin to drift asleep, and images of screaming, green-faced trolls flicker through your mind. Suddenly, in the bushes to your left, you hear the loud crack of a twig breaking under clumsy foot. You leap up and grab your sword from the ground. You stand motionless, but alert, ready to pounce on your unseen adversary. Then you hear a groan, followed by the dull thud of a body falling to the ground. Is it a trap? Slowly, you walk over to the bush where the noise is coming from, and carefully pull back the branches. You look down to see a little old man with a great bushy beard, his face contorted with pain. You crouch down to remove the iron helmet covering his balding head, and notice 2 crossbow bolts protruding from the stomach of his plump, chainmail-clad torso. Picking him up, you carry him over to the fire and stir the dying embers into life. After covering him with the sheepskin blanket, you manage to get the old man to drink a little water. He coughs and moans. He sits up rigid, eyes staring fixedly ahead, and starts to shout. I'll get them, don't you fear. Gillibrand, Big Leg is coming to bring you the hammer. Oh, yes, indeed I am. Oh, yes. His name is Big Leg. I appreciate that. The dwarf, whose name you presume to be Big Leg, is obviously delirious from the poison-tipped bolts lodged in his stomach. You watch as he slumps down again to the ground, then whisper his name in his ear. His eyes stare unblinkingly at you, and he again starts to shout, Ambush! Look out! Ambush! Ah, the hammer! Take the hammer to Gillibrand! Save the dwarves! His eyes half close, and the pain seems to ease a little, and as the delirium subsides, he speaks to you again, in a low whisper. Help us, friend. Take the hammer to Gillibrand. Only the hammer will unite our people against the trolls. We were on our way to Darkwood, in search of the hammer. He's dying for a long time. Read it like Sean Connery. Help us, friend. Take the hammer to Gillibrand. Only the hammer will unite our people against the trolls. We were on our way to Darkwood, in search of the hammer. Ambushed by the little people. Others killed the map. The map in my pouch will take you to the home of JoshStrifeHayes, the master mage of these parts. Here's a great magics for sale to protect you. I don't know what accent that went to. What sort of accent? Shut up, Callum. All right? I can do Irish, and because I am English, every single accent ultimately devolves into Indian, which I think is racist, but I'm not sure. I would need someone to confirm or deny that. Ideally, someone from India, because they have, authority in this situation. So, that's Bane, isn't it? Others killed. The map in my pouch will take you to the home of JoshStrifeHayes, the master mage of these parts. Look, there's a thing with English people doing accents. In Indians, I'm Indian and that's racist. Thank you. I'm glad we've got confirmation. We've got an authority that gone, yeah, that's wrong. Don't do that, Josh. You're going to get banned on Twitch. Don't do it. I prefer Yoda. Look, he's a dying dwarf, okay? We don't need to argue about whether he sounds like Sean Connery or Yoda. I'm going to give him a deep voice. The master mage for these parts. He has great magics for sale to protect you. That's what he is now. Against the creatures of Darkwood. Take my gold. I beg you to find the hammer and take it to Gillibrand, my lord of Stonebridge. You will be well rewarded. There we go. Deckard Cain. Hang on. Is he... Josh has given Dobby a tiny sword. What I do in my spare time to my own house elves is my business, alright? No one else can ask that. I don't need to explain my free time to you. Shut up. Big Leg opens his mouth to start another sentence, but nothing comes out except his last dying breath. Thank God. You sit down and ponder Big Leg's words. Who is Gillibrand? Who is JoshStrifeHayes? What is all the fuss about the dwarvish hammer? Why does he sound like Sean Connery? You reach over to the still body of Big Leg and remove the pouch from the leather belt around his waist. Inside you find 30 gold pieces and a map. Interesting. So, it seems that the map to the north is Stonebridge, then there's a river with a bridge over it, there's a river to the east and some hills, Darkwood Forest is in the middle, and then JoshStrifeHayes Tower is at the very south. Jingling the coins in your hand, you think of the possible rewards which may await you just for returning a hammer to the village of dwarves. You decide to try and find the hammer in Darkwood Forest. It's been a few weeks since your last good battle, and what is more, you are likely to be well paid for this one. With your mind made up, you settle down to sleep, having taken back the sheepskin blanket from poor Bigleg. In the morning, you bury the old dwarf and gather up your possessions. You examine the map, look up to the sun, and find your bearings. Whistling merrily, you head off south at a good pace, eager to meet this man Yaztromo and see what he has to offer. Now, turn over. Okay. It's a pretty demanding... I mean, I admire the demands, but okay, cool. You asked me to. It's going to be a lot harder to play like this game. Oh, the page. Right. Hang on, sorry, my mind went somewhere else. Ugh. I mean, normally when someone shouts that at you, you do it immediately without question. Here we go. Now turn... Your mind's out the gutter. Serious game. Okay? My immersion. Oh, you. Hey, someone's like, Josh is a submissive. I will not have slander about me. I am a dungeon master in more ways than one. Oh, make of that what you will. But I've got my tiny sword. You walk to Yaztromo. This has gone well off topic, hasn't it? My goodness. This is Harlequin. That's what a bottom says. Look, as Mac once told us, we generate a tremendous amount of power. Okay, that's what it is. DMs are the ultimate sub. They're down for anything. Oh, god damn. No, you're going to get me caught in mental maths here. I don't want to do this. Not even an hour. We've been streaming 45 minutes and the insides are coming out a little bit already. Okay, here we go. Come on, everyone stop being silly now. This is a serious game. Look, we aren't childish here. Let's just play with someone's tower. I mean, Yaztromo. Go to Yaztromo's tower. That's what we're doing. You walk to Yaztromo's, takes a little over half a day, and you arrive at his stone tower dirty and hungry. Even the book is encouraging this. As the tower is set back on the edges of Darkwood, some 50 meters from the path you've been following, it is difficult to find. Finally, you walk up to the huge oak door, somewhat relieved to find that it does exist, and that Bigleg had not been speaking wildly in his delirium. A large brass bell and gong hang from the stone archway. As you ring the bell, a shiver runs down your spine, and you realize that the loud bong invades a deep silence, which you had not noticed before. Hang on, I'm going to go get food before I break. Yeah, do it. Do it, Cal. Yes, Tromo is a dominatrix. I'm out of tea. No, Calvo, we'll wait for you. Go and get some, mate. It's alright, we've got time. Come on. I've paused a Time Crisis stream before. We can chill with this one. It's not a problem. Go and get some tea. I'll give you... We'll put a timer on the screen. Hang on. How long do you need? It's okay. How long do you need, mate? Let me know. We'll get a timer going up. We'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes work for you? Yeah, there we go. Get your 5 minutes going on. I'll see if I can find the timer. Timer's there. Alright, cool. You got 5 minutes to get yourself some tea, mate. Go for it. Not again! Okay, cool. Everyone has got 5 minutes. Go and get a cup of tea right now. Go and do it. Make it 3 minutes. Give them a speedrun challenge. I could have made a very dirty joke there, but I didn't. Because I'm an adult. Yep, this is a bathroom. Oh, look, I was a teacher, so teacher mode on. You have all got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go to the bathroom, to grab a drink, to grab a bite to eat, get a bit of fresh air, and then sit down again. 5 minutes for tea, unsub. Look, yeah, dude, if you can't handle 5 minutes for tea, mate, I don't want your sub. Alright? We only want subs who can last longer than 5 minutes here. Oh, God. Oh, I enjoyed my Twitch account while it lasted. Okay, will you call my parents if I go grab a smoke, or is it okay? That's fine. God can't save you now. God has been, he's been out of this chat for a long time, my man. Okay, cool. So some of the bigger kids start. Right, okay, stop acting, we're being serious. Good point. Stop acting. You know what, that's the timer. It's over, it's done. You don't need any more. There were no sounds of birds or animals to be heard. If someone actually believed that I was going to leave the 5 minute timer on, that's their fault for believing me. Okay, don't expect consistency from this stream. It doesn't work. Absolutely doesn't work. Did you get the new Lionel Johnson mini? I did not, but it looked really cool and I'm going to go and get it because I'm addicted to Warhammer, obviously. You wait anxiously at the door and hear slow footsteps descending from the stairs from the tower above. A small wooden slot in the door slides open and 2 eyes appear and examine you. Well? Who are you? Demands a grumpy voice through the hole. You answer that you are an adventurer in search of the Master Mage JoshStrifeHayes, intending to purchase magical items from him to combat the creatures of Darkwood Forest. Ah. Well, in that case, if you're interested in buying some of my merchandise, you had better come up. I am JoshStrifeHayes. I don't know why he's like a London gangster, but that's what he is now. That's who he is. That's what he's come from. Kill him. No. He then turns and slowly climbs the stone stairs. Will you follow him up the stairs, or draw your sword and attack him? And this is where you guys get to pretty much control the adventure. Do we follow or attack? You have 1 minute to vote. Voting is free. Start the poll right now. If you're in Twitch, please do the thing. Visa, if you're watching and you're going to clip it, I will tell you what the results of the poll are afterwards, because I can't figure out how to put the poll on the screen at the same time, because I am bad at that. There we go. If you 50-50 it, I swear to God, I will restart this book. Okay? That will happen. If you not just 50%, 50%, but exactly to the person, perfectly, equal split either side. If you do that, I will restart the book. I don't care where we are in the story, we will restart the entire thing. Okay? That will happen. There's 1,000 people in the chat right now. A couple of hundred of you are voting. You are not going to be able to perfectly 50-50 this. It's not going to... Even if you get 50%, 50%, if one of them has like one more vote, even though it won't change the percentage, I will count it as that. Don't do this. You don't want this, okay? Look, you guys, you don't want that. I'm taking a page out of Blizzard's book here. Holy crap, that was close. 175 voted attack, 174 voted no. The only reason that failed was because there was an odd number of people voting. Had one person not voted for attack, we would have started again. We're going to get through this book, it's fine. You want me to attack? Okay, cool. Draw your sword and attack him. As you draw your sword, JoshStrifeHayes turns around and casually advises you to not be foolish, as his magic is great. Do we still want to attack him? Or do we want to maybe follow his advice and not? This is basically the Dungeon Master saying, do you really want to do that? Are you sure you want to do that? Are we sure? So we've got yes, attack, and no, follow. But normally, when the Dungeon Master says, are you sure? That's very much a case that you should rethink what you're about to do. I'm just going to stick this chat over here in the corner just so you guys can still see yourself, but most of the stuff will happen over here. So yeah, normally when... in fact, can I do that with the chat? No, I cannot. That's a shame. Normally when someone says, are you sure? You should definitely rethink what you're doing. Definitely. So let's have a look. Are you sure? Do we attack him? Do we not attack him? Why are you 50-50 in this? Just wanted to play a nice game. Just wanted a new chance. Content is at the bottom right for real. It is. The content at the bottom right, so it works. Maybe it's a bluff. Are you sure we should rethink this? We can do it. Why are you all working together to be terrible people? Why? Because the problem is that the start is really long, which means you're going to have to listen to me read the start all again. 161 say yes, attack. 159 say no, follow. 2 people that time. 2 people. But yes, we attack. We attack him. You charge at JoshStrifeHayes, but only to reach the first stair when he lifts his right arm and nonchalantly mumbles a few words. Time seems to stand still amid bright flashes, and your body feels like a bubbling liquid inside. When the turmoil subsides, you know something terrible has happened. The stone stairs feel cold on your body, and you realize the problems of life as a frog. JoshStrifeHayes bends down and picks you up, saying with a booming voice, "Well, foolish warrior, enjoy your new life." With that, he lets out a deafening laugh and nearly drops you. Then he shuffles to the oak door, opening it, throws you into the tall grasses outside. Your adventure ends here. Lara, did we win? Yeah. It's a very short book. Well done. The aim of the game was to become a frog as fast as possible. Right, the end. Grats. Cool. Now we're done. That was all of it. That was the whole of the Forest of Doom. We had 23 skill, but we failed the vitality. Oh god, we had 23 skill. Now we've got to start again. Hang on. If I go back, and then can I restart that, but with the same skill? Because the skill was really good. Can we... Oh no. We have to redo the skill rolls. We didn't save. Okay, we're doing Adventurer. Roll Stamina. That's okay. Okay, that's not bad. 22, I'm fine with that. Now we roll Skill. Maybe it'll be good. That's not good. Okay, Skill is 8, not great. Roll Luck. Maybe Luck will be better. Luck is better. Okay, we're better on Luck. That's fine. I'm going with the Potion of Fortune, and we're going through again. We've prepared the equipment. Right, let's get back up to where we were before. We find the map, we go through the things, we turn over, and we get up to the tower. Now, do we follow the dude up the stairs, or do we attack him? Let's save the game. That's a good point. Bookmark. Placed. Bookmark. Position has been saved. Fantastic. Cool. We have placed the bookmark. That saves. Now, do we... Let's poll this again. Question. Do we follow up the stairs, or attack him? Follow up the... You know what happens when we attack him twice. So don't. Just don't do that. It's very easy. Just don't do that. Take, your own ideas, your own advice, and you think, hey, if we attack this guy, we might die. He even warns us. Don't do it. Just need to roll a higher attack value? No, we don't. It wouldn't work. We don't need to become a frog again. If you 50-50 it perfectly, to the person, not the percent, the person, then I'll just restart the book, and I'll read everything. Oh no, the reverse psychology kicked in. I won't expect you to try it twice. I just want... Look, it's Saturday, guys. Wanted to have a good Saturday. Wanted to chill out, read a book, just get through it, see what's going on. How are you doing this? 163, 165, 170? No, you've not made it. 185 to follow 178. The good people are winning, guys. See, the trolls, you are falling behind. Here we go. Follow him up the stairs. You follow the huffing and puffing old man in his tattered robes up the spiral staircase to a large room at the top of the tower. Shelves, cupboards, and cabinets line the walls, all filled with bottles, jars, weapons, armor, and all manner of strange artifacts. Nostromo shuffles past the general clutter and slumps down in an old oak chair. He reaches into his top pocket and pulls out a fragile pair of gold-rimmed spectacles. Placing these on his nose, he picks up a piece of slate and chalk from a table next to his chair and begins to write frantically. He then hands you the slate. Interesting. So, these are the things that he sells. Potion of healing, potion of plant control, potion of stillness, potion of insect control, potion of anti-poison, holy water, and a ring of light. I don't know if... Oh, there's so much more. Boots of leaping, rope of climbing, net of entanglement, armband of strength, glove of missile dexterity, rod of water finding, garlic buds, headband of concentration, fire capsules, and nose filters. He tells you that all the instructions for use are written clearly on the labels attached to the items, together with their suggested use. He sighs and tells you that, unfortunately, the magic in the items only works once, but they are the best you can buy for the money. Interesting. Okay. Nostromo then asks you for the reason for the purchase of the items, and you tell him that your story and your decision to continue the quest of the luckless Big Leg. Yes, Nostromo says slowly, rubbing his chin. I heard that the good dwarves of Stonebridge had lost their fabled war hammer. Without it, their king is unable to arouse his people. It is difficult without the warhammer to arouse people. It's true. I only arouse people when my warhammer is involved. After a night flirting, a night drinking, stolen glances across the bar, I'll walk up to someone, whisper sweet nothings in their ear. They'll look back at me. A smile. A wink. A dashing, charmy, little cheeky smile. Me and them walk arm in arm through the rain back to my hotel room. They get in, they look at me. I look at them, I take a step back, and I'm like, right, the command phase is first. You roll this to regain command points. Then it's movement phase. These guys move 6 inches, Terminators move 5 because they have higher armor. After that, we go into the shooting phase. You're going to choose this and attack with them. No, don't leave. Don't leave. I've set up a big battle here, okay? I painted everything. Warhammer is a very important part of my flirting strategy, okay? I'm a real Sigmar. I only arouse suspicion. Warhammer or small sword? Hey, listen. If you can't handle me at my small sword, you don't deserve me at my Warhammer. That's what people need to remember. Dwarves do get pretty aroused by hammers. Yeah, but we're not playing the Leagues of Votann. We're playing the Custodies, obviously. Let's get back to the game. Everyone be serious now. Rumour has it that an envious king of another village of dwarves sent an eagle to Stonebridge to steal the hammer, which it managed to do, but as it flew over Darkwood, it was attacked by Deathhawks, and the hammer dropped into the forest and was lost. Apparently, 2 forest goblins found the hammer, but could not decide who was to keep it. They wrestled for hours, but gave up. Then they discovered the handle unscrewed from the head, and the argument was settled. One kept the head, the other kept the handle. Then they parted, each happy with his new treasure. Who knows if they still have them? So, I'm afraid your problems are doubled. I can tell you that the head is made of bronze, the handle is made of polished ebony. Both head and handle have the letter G inscribed on them. Your task is not easy. Good luck. You thank Yastromo and leave the room by the spiral staircase, but before we leave his shop, we need to buy some things. Now, unfortunately, there are too many decisions here to be made via poll, as you can only have 4 options in a poll, so I'm going to have to take a little bit of responsibility here. Potion of Healing I don't think we need because we already have it. Potion of Plant Control might be useful. It's 2 gold. It's only 2 gold, and it seems like something that might be useful. Especially, we're going into a forest, guys. Plant control is going to be great. Potion of Insect Control, also probably quite useful. Anti-poison, most definitely quite useful. Holy Water, Ring of Light. Yeah, let's grab ourselves a Ring of Light as well. That sounds good. Rope of Climbing. Never ever go into a cave without a Rope of Climbing. A Glove of Missile Dexterity. Yeah, I'm probably going to throw something at someone at some point. Rod of Water Finding. Yeah, always grab your rod when you need to get wet. Grow up. That was too easy, wasn't it? That was way too easy. We need garlic. Never go without garlic. If Vampire Survivors has taught me anything, it's grab the garlic. Fire capsules I'll take, and then nose filters. Okay, cool. So we have a look at our adventure sheet. We've got quite a few things going on in there now. Look at all this stuff. This is good things. 6 gold remaining. I don't think we need... Yeah, we're good. We're good. Potion of Fortune, Provisions times 10, Knowledge. Find the hammer. Hammer is in 2 parts. Goblins have these parts. Okay, just got to go and grab some goblin parts. Not like that. Off we pop. Outside in the bright light, you notice the dead quietness again. A narrow path leads northward from the tall grass surrounding Yastromo's tower into the dense undergrowth of Darkwood Forest. In a few strides, you are surrounded by the dark and tangled forest. Stones and knotted roots seem to hide in the shadows, and you can almost believe they're trying to trip you up. The light fades quickly, and the air becomes moist and unpleasant. Deeper and deeper you go, into the gloom. Eventually, the path forks on either side of a huge, old tree. Do we go west, or do we go east? Yes, this is... The light fades and the air does become moist and unpleasant. Do we go west or do we go east? West, east. You have 1 minute to vote right now. Yes, we don't go west. No, that's wrong. West. Oh, everyone knows that west is left and east is right. That's how the compass is laid out. Which way do we go? Do we go left, which I'm assuming would be west? Do we go right, which would be east? We don't go west. Where's the pole gone? What? What the heck? Hang on. Where's the pole? Can't believe that didn't happen. Let's try again. Do we go west or east? Start poll. A poll is already active. What? It literally says a poll is already active? I can't start a second one. I'm trying to... What? Scammed? Twitch lies? A poll? The poll... I'm going to have to roll the dice. No, we did it. That does not count as 50-50. 100% no. That is not a 50-50 thing. We ain't doing that. Yeah, I literally can't start a second one. Roll a D2. That's just a coin. Okay, hang on. We will do this. Poll. Question. Do we go west, east? Let me try and start the... Okay, it's started now. Fantastic. Current poll. Do we go west or east? Now it's started. Good old Twitch. Good old fantastic Twitch. Oh, okay, there we go. Cool. West and east. Poll is working now. Why not go west? Life is peaceful there. I do like that song. It is a good song. Just gonna hold my tiny sword while you guys make some votes. See what's going on there? What's happening? Yeah, Twitch is a small indie company, guys. It's fine. It's okay. It's just a small company. You know, just normal men. Just innocent men. The poll marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War of 50-50s. You don't need to 50-50 everything. We don't need to do that. It's okay. Multi-million, the sword needs some polish. Oh, Tavern, you little flirt. Well, if you come around here, we can talk about swords and Warhammer. That can happen. That can absolutely happen. I'm not liking this subsplit, though. This is very, very, very close. This is... Oh, that was close. Okay, cool. So West has won by, like, 3 votes. Okay, cool. West has won by 3 votes. 148 to 145. We are going west. The narrow, overgrown path continues to weave its way through the crowded forest. Strange animal cries echo through the trees. It's not long before you arrive at another junction in the path. Do we go west or do we go north? This is 90% of the book, by the way, just so you know. Do we go west or north? Oh no. Oh no. Sometimes I type quickly and sometimes I... Oh no. Okay, chat. Do we go west or do we go north? Okay, yeah. Babe, wake up. New compass direction just dropped. Here we go. Oh man, you thought the Earth had 4 corners. Now it's got 5, man. But north. Here we go. The poll isn't showing up. It's showing up for me. 77% of people want north. Oh my god, I've just realized the meta. All I have to do is rig the chat with spelling mistakes and you instantly vote for all of those. This is so much easier. Okay, cool. I'm going to save the game and then we're going to head north. Okay, place a bookmark. Sweet. Page 289. All we have to do, 76% of you want to go north. Fantastic. Here we go. Right, we are going north. The path heads north into the thick forest. In one of the few clearings between the trees, you see smoke rising from the chimney of a wooden hut to your right. If you wish to look through a window of the hut, turn to 38. If you wish to keep walking north, turn to 220. So do we. You guys best... This game is going to become an emoji, north. Yes, I will make it into something. Do we look in the hut? Or do we continue north? Let me know. The poll is active right now. Do we look in the hut? Or do we continue north? We need to know. Are we indulging our voyeuristic tendencies? Don't want to go north, want to go north. It's the second best north. Everyone knows this. Last time I did this, a witch tried to kill me. Yeah, that would be... That would happen. North, here we go. The king of the north. That's what I'm going to be. I'm torn because I like making fun of typos, but I also like to watch. What a great sentence. On one hand, you've made a mistake, but on the other hand, voyeurism. Oh, and these two are just, how do you reconcile these two desires? That's what you need to know. Yeah, if North was so good, why didn't they make Benorth? Why did they? Alright, so Look in the Hut has 69% of the views right now. Nice. Who's in the hut? I don't know, that's why we're going to look. That's the point. If we'd have known that, we'd have already looked, wouldn't we? 196 people want to look in the hut. Only 96 want to go Benorth. 100 more people. Look through the window of the hut. You peer through the small, dirty window of the hut to see an old woman in grubby clothes with a wrinkled face and warty nose, reading one of several books by the fireside on the far wall of the hut. A hunchbacked servant is carrying more books to her from shelves crammed with old books, charts, and scrolls. Do we enter the old woman's hut? Or do we return to the path and head north once again? Do we? I was going to write enter the old woman there, but I'm glad I didn't. Do we enter the hut or continue north? What do we do? Is she reading The Lusty Argonian Maid? She best be. Okay, guys, what do we do? There's a woman in the hut, but remember, we've got stamina. So, for a fight, that's what I'm not going to say anything else until you finish voting. If she attacks us, I mean that we can survive the attack. Do we go to the hut? Or do we... Oh, I've made another mistake. Or do we continue north? It's getting worse. Maybe she is the Lusty Argonian Maid. What are we doing? Continue your tea. Stab her with your tiny sword. What I do in my free time is up to me. What do we do, guys? Make a choice. Josh, we know you wanted to trick chat. Look, woof woof, I'm really not that smart. That's honestly, you guys are giving me way too much credit for making typos and spelling mistakes. Apparently, you want to enter the hut. 171 of you have chosen to enter the hut. 90 want to continue north. So, we enter the hut. You open a rough wooden door and walk into the middle of the dingy hut. Will you talk to the old woman or draw your sword? And by that, it means your actual weapon. Do we draw the tiny sword? Also, can we just talk about how weird it is that you've walked into the middle of the room before anything else? Like, you haven't just knocked on the door open and been like, hello, you've just opened the door, walked right into the middle of the room, turned to face a woman, and just pulled your sword out. This is getting quite murder hobo-y, isn't it? It really is. Do we talk or do we sword? Guys, make your decision now. Polls in chat. How are you good at drawing... How good are you at drawing swords, though? Remarkably. Remarkably. Do we get swords out for the women folk? Shut your face, you sword. Yes. Missile of dexterity time. Hey. People are saying sword. People are saying murder hobo. People are saying swords for days. Look, who wrote this erotica? This is just a really, really thinly veiled fetish of mine. That's what it is. You got to flirt before you draw the sword. You got to talk about the Warhammer first of all. 10th edition. That's coming up soon, guys. And to be there for that. This is getting sordid. Oh, trust. This is getting... Your username is Rocket69, and you're complaining about things getting sordid. Okay, take a look in the mirror for a little bit, Rocket, before you start coming at me with complaints about what's going to be in this stream. Alright? What are we doing? Me coming in here with the name Rocket69 being like, oh, I don't approve of this message at all. 156 of you want to talk, 137 want to sword the woman, so we're going to go 156 and just talk. The old woman throws back her head and roars with laughter as you start to make conversation. She is a powerful witch. You lose 1 luck point and draw your sword. I told you, all of you, we should have got our sword out immediately. Turn to page 342. As you draw your sword, the old woman's face changes from an expression of disinterest to that of anger. From a drawer in a nearby table, she pulls out some dead flowers and proceeds to rub a few petals on her palms, filling the hut with a sweet smell. As this happens, the room starts to spin before your eyes. We do not possess the headband of concentration, therefore we cannot use this. We must turn to page 11. You start to lose your balance as the illusion distorts your mind. You close your eyes and hold your head in your hands, but it makes no difference. You reel around the room and then fall to the floor unconscious. When you wake, you find you're lying outside the wooden hut. You sit up and look inside your backpack. All your provisions have been stolen. Luckily, nothing else is gone, and you still have your sword. You look inside the hut, but it is deserted. Okay, so we've got our items, but we haven't got our provisions, which are our food, which are pretty important. Should we search the hut for something useful, or leave the hut and return to the path? Right, what do we do? We got drugged and robbed. That's what happened there. There's no real beating around the bush. That's what happened. Do we search the hut or return to the path? Let me start this Twitch poll thing. Search the hut or return to path. Poll is in the chat right now. Please vote. Did she take our kidneys? No, thankfully we avoided the fate of Charlie the Unicorn. Definitely no beating around the bush there. No, wasn't. She was just like, drugged stuff now. What was the point of those nose filters? Well, we needed a headband of concentration, guys. That's what we needed. Do we... Okay, so like most of you want to search the hut right now. What am I drinking this fine evening? I'm drinking a combination of rhubarb mead and tea. Because I'm just middle class enough to get away with both, but I'm not quite upper class enough to get like, Prosecco or something like that. Did I get a new mic? My voice sounds very different. Yes, I did. This mic right here. This sexy little thing in my face. It's picking up exactly how it works. So I think we go to search the hut. You guys are pretty much saying, yeah, we're searching the hut. Where does one get a hold of rhubarb mead? Lots of mead shops, mostly around Christmas time. There's a lot of lovely mead shops. We search the hut. You decide to start your search at the wooden shelves. All the books are written in a language unfamiliar to you and contain strange diagrams. The charts and scrolls are also unintelligible to you. You open cupboards and drawers, and apart from finding an interesting piece of painted canvas, all you find are more books, leather-bound and dusty. You are about to give up searching the room when you notice one more book on the floor, acting as a support for a broken table leg. Will we pick up the book or give up the search? What are we doing? Maybe this is the lusty Argonian maid. Question: do we pick up the book or do we leave? Started the poll. There is another spelling mistake. That was not me trying to convince you to do something. That was just me being bad at typing while also talking into a microphone. Do we pick up te book or do we leave? It's at the lusty Argonian hunchback. Who knows? I think we do pick up te book. Someone's like, 69 the book. Look, this was meant to be a family-friendly stream. We all know it wouldn't be, but it was meant to be. That's true. New mic, you say. Is it ASMR time? It can be. What do you want me to read? Do you want me to read some magic cards, ASMR style? Yorgmoth. Thrawn Physician. 2 generic. 2 black. Legendary creature. Human cleric. Protection from humans. Pay 1 life. Sacrifice another creature. Put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. And draw a card. Pay 2 black mana. Discard a card. Proliferate. Card number 431. Mythic. Dominaria Remastered. Drawn by Greg Staples. Trademark 2023. Wizards of the Coast. 2 power. 4 toughness. 90% of you want me to pick up the book. Is that what we're doing now? Okay, fine. You open the book and are surprised to see that the pages are hollowed out in the middle. Lying in the cavity is a small jewel on a silver chain. Beside it is a parchment which reads, Eye of Amber. Instructions for use. Place the necklace around your neck and question those you fear. No matter what they try to say, it's only truth you'll hear. Walking along the narrow path, you notice a big cold tree to your left with a large hole in its trunk just above head height. If you wish to reach up and put your hand in the hole, turn to 275. If you would rather continue walking benorth, turn to 115. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to ask, do we continue benorth or do we fist the tree? Do we fist tree or continue? Did the tree give consent? Yes, enthusiastic consent. It's encouraging us almost. That tree is a weird one. Did it say it was cold? It did, actually. It did. Are we, so this is the person behind the British voiceover for those Dubai commercials. Oh God, why is Dubai trying really hard to get people to go there? Why is Saudi Arabia building a massive line in the desert? Is it Saudi Arabia? Why are they like, I know what's a good idea. We're going to build a town in a long line. Okay, why? I mean, people have built towns in, they've gone up. Do they have nothing else? The line will not, no it won't. The line will not happen. Guarantee it. It's a ridiculous concept. Absolutely ridiculous concept. Yeah, so, no, I don't think it's going to happen. I will, at some point, watch some videos done by that really cool European dude that talks about town planning and stuff, about why it won't work. But yeah, completely agree. Okay, so we are fisting the tree. 221 people want to do that. 40 people don't want to do that. Unfortunately, those... Yeah, Adam something, he's good. Unfortunately, the people that don't want to do that need to come along with those who are. We're going to place a bookmark right here to see what happens. You put your hand slowly in the dark hole. Hang on, are we doing this David Attenborough style? Am I doing this maybe ASMR style? What are we doing? Are we doing gentle ASMR, or do we do David Attenborough? That's what I need to know. You people saying ASMR, both. You put your hand slowly in the dark hole. It comes into contact with something cold and hard. It feels like a metal ball. As you start to lift it out of the hole, you wince with pain as the sharp teeth of some small creature suddenly bites into your arm. You pull your arm out quickly, hanging on to your discovery. Blood drips to the ground from your wound, and you lose 1 stamina point. Do you still live? If you do, click here. If you have no stamina left, click here. I'm here to tell you, I will still have stamina left after fisting a hole, so we go here. You see that you have not found a metal bowl after all. It is a bronze helmet, and it looks about your size. Will you try the helmet on, or discard it, and continue north? I wasn't... Here we go. This is what's going to happen. Do we? Someone said Matt Berry. You see, you have found a metal bowl. It's a bronze... That was not Matt Berry. That was Brian Blessed for some reason, wasn't it? It's a bronze helmet, and looks about your size. I do love some Matt Berry. Are we going to put on our helmet? Do we? Let's work this out. Try on the helmet. I'm making sure I spell this correctly, so you can't say that I'm trying to influence you. Or do we discard it and continue benorth? What do we do? Sean Conratine, continue with the Brian Blessed voice actor. I've got to move it away. Do Garth Marenghi. You and he were buddies once. If you want to be buddies again, I won't stand in your way. I'm Garth Marenghi, one of the few authors who's written more books than he's read. I love it. It is silly. Here we go. Right, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? We already got bitten on the arm. Damn, Josh, have you done audiobooks? No, but I'm trying. I think the problem with me doing audiobooks is halfway through recording the audiobook, I start asking Twitch chat for advice, and then we just go off on random tangents for a while. They don't really respect that in the professional audiobook world. Richard Ayoade. Now, I can't do everyone. I can do like 3 impressions, and most of them are bad. It's sad how much fun I'm having watching this on a Saturday night in Greece. Hey, look, right. There are no... I'm trying to think of a way to make this sound. 90% if you want to try on the helmet. We are trying on this helmet. Some people want to go out to the club. That's fine. I mean, I'm a hip-hop happening dude. I go to a discotheque every now and again. I go to the club. I throw shapes. I walk up to the disc jockey. I'm like, yo, my brethren, what's going down in Groovetown? Spin those tunes. The roof is on fire. I get on the floor. I throw shapes. You know, I'm known in all the boroughs. People think I'm cool. But sometimes you just don't want to do that. Sometimes you want to stay at home with a nice glass of rhubarb mead and play through a 30-year-old adventure book. And sometimes you want a British guy on the internet to read you that book while you sit at home and do whatever you want to do. And you know what? That's my demographic. I didn't say it was big, but it's what I'm going for. And that's what she said. We're trying on the helmet. Are we continuing with the ASMR David Attenborough? I need to know. You know, what are we doing with this? I need some input. Are we continuing with ASMR David Attenborough really close to the microphone? Is that what's happening? Okay, people seem to say yes. When you go to the discotheque, yes, I'm very, very cool in many ways. I wish you were my boss so I could get scolded with this voice. Nancy, I don't want to hear you say that again, okay? I'm not happy with your work right now. You have been a very, very bad girl. And you need to book your ideas up. Because you will not last long if you don't start improving. Can you give me some improvement, Nancy? Can you make that happen? Normally I would... Oh man, I found the OnlyFans. Let me go and get my teacher jacket. This is fun. God damn. Scold me harder, Daddy. Hey, if you don't pay attention, I'm going to give you more homework. It's going to be quadratic equations for all of you. Absolutely all of you. Be careful. If you keep going, he's going to draw his sword. Don't stand so close to me. Thanks, Sting. That's a really specific joke. I'm glad like 5 people in the chat will get. Ah, okay. Stop it. Everyone be serious now. Here we go. Here we go. You place the helmet on your head. A surge of power starts to run through your body, making you feel strong and unafraid. The helmet has magical properties and adds 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength during combat, so long as you wear it. You start walking north again, pleased with your new armor. The path soon comes to a junction. If you wish to go west, turn to 382. If you wish to go east, turn to 277. What are we doing? I swear this is the same voice in Emirates Airlines. No, we can do that. Are we going east or west? Let's find out. Damn it, he's streaming. How much did I miss? About an hour and a half. But you know what, Sol, it's fine. You go back, watch all of it, I'll wait here for you. You can just drag the little timer on Twitch all the way back, it's fine. Can we start over? Only if the poll perfectly 50-50s. So, not 50%, but exact numbers of 50-50. What do we do? Do we go west or east? What are we doing, chat? Vote now. Quadratic ASMR. Look, if you guys are just going to be silly, I am just going to go back to being a teacher and I'm going to read out some random... Look, I've just found like a warranty for a thing that I bought. If you don't behave, I will just read this warranty. That's what's going to happen. Do you want that? Do you want people to join the stream and just immediately be... Belkin Limited. Warrants to the original purchase of any Belkin Surge Protector for a 2-year limited warranty. That the Belkin Surge Protector shall be free of defects in design, assembly, material, or workmanship, and will repair or replace, as its option, any defective Belkin Surge Protector free of charge. Is that what you want? Went to uni for 3 fucking years to learn how to act, and all you want me to do is read the fucking warranty card from a Belkin surge protector. What was the point? Why did I bother doing literally anything that I've done? 127 to 126. One person wants to go east. I like the idea that 126 of you combined, like 250 of you basically said we're always going to do this together. One of you was like, no, we're going east. It's happening. Right. We're going east. Deal with it. Wish to go east. The path continues east and then turns sharply north, narrowing slightly. The trees seem to crowd in on the path, even more than usual, and a tingling feeling down your spine tells you something is not right. Suddenly, a branch from one of the trees to your right whips out and knocks you to the ground. You lose 1 stamina point. Do you still live? We do. You stagger to your feet to see that the tree has moved back onto the path, blocking your way. The tree is old, with thick, cracked bark. You can just make out its hidden eyes and mouth in the middle of its trunk and realize that you have been attacked by a tree man. We can escape by running back to the junction, or we can fight. What are we doing? Oh no, it's John Treeman. It's Barky McBranch. That's his name. Okay, here we go. What do we do? What do we do? Let me, hang on. /pol, not pol/. I'm bad at this. Shut up. Do we fight the tree, or do we run? Guys, work it out. Branchy McBark, yeah. He actually doesn't normally work here. He's from a different branch. You can stick to acting. I tried to improv a little bit too much there. Didn't work. Tried to go off the... I went off the prepared material. Okay. If the poll gets no votes, is that 50-50? Apparently. Yes, it is. Yeah, he's a branch manager. He's really branching out. Oh, goodness. Maybe we should just leave. I have a feeling you're not taking this seriously. You know what, Lars? You are correct. I should take this more seriously. Let's take this really seriously while we fight the tree. Okay, Lars, you are totally correct. From now on, only the most serious wood pounding there is. Sowing the seeds for success. Yes, we are. Okay, 78% of you want to fight the tree. 215 people want to attack the wood. 60 of you want to run. Cowards, all 60. Fight the tree man. The tree man lumbers. Oh, I couldn't have made it up any better. Brilliant. The tree man lumbers slowly towards you on large, splayed roots. It looks like an imposing foe. If you possess fire capsules, turn to 350. If you do not, draw your sword. I think you'll find we do possess fire capsules, because I was smart enough to buy them and they didn't get stolen, so yeah. You reach into your backpack and pull out a small cloth pouch containing the capsules. There are 5 of them, all red and shiny. You take one out and throw it toward the advancing tree man. It lands in front of him and explodes in a puff of white smoke. A jet of flame shoots up and out of the ground and forces the tree man to back away. You seize your opportunity and throw the remaining capsules at the tree man. Flames burst out all around him and you run past him while he is trapped. Soon, you are well away from the tree man and stop running. Heading north, you notice the trees are at last starting to thin out. Daylight appears through the trees on either side of the path as the forest thins out more. Soon the path leads out of the trees onto a large plain with tall grasses. Beyond, you see rising ground leading to low hills. A new branch off the path leads east. Continuing your quest, you may keep on walking north or go east. What are we? I mean, we ran away, but like past them. So we ran past the tree man, which is fine. That's okay. So what are we doing? Do we keep walking north? Keep going north? Or do we go east? You have 1 minute to vote on the poll right now. Wait, didn't you throw the first capsule at the tree man instead of in front of him? I can't remember. So there was something to do with capsules, something to do with fire. We threw some stuff, we did some things. And then basically we beat the wood. That's what, not like that, but we bettered the tree man. That's what happens. Stop it. That's what happens. Do we keep going north or do we go east? Do we go west or west? Oh no, west. Oh no, that's the beat the wood. We did beat the wood with the tiny sword. It happened. Yes. Come on, lost track of the plot already. No, I'm still fully in the track. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. North, west, south, and we are back at the beginning. No, it's okay. We're going north. It's fine. We're going up. Oh yeah, up was where we came from, wasn't it? We were going west originally. I don't know where we are now. We're in the woods somewhere. Where's the tiny sword? It's still here. Keep going north. Yes, 55% if you want to keep going north, we can do that. Walking quickly along the path through waist-high grass, you arrive at another junction in the path. If you want to continue walking north, turn to 105, or do we go west? Because there's so many choices, goodness me. Okay, more polls. Okay, do we keep going north? Or do we go west? Are we going to have to do it like the first time where we ended up drawing a map? Is that what's going to happen? Because I'm pretty sure do we have a map? Bookmark map. To be fair, we actually do. Yeah. So there's the map. We've got Nostromo's tower. We start there, I think. The tower, the huge old tree, the junction, wooden hut, the cold tree, the junction, the tree man, the junction. We're at another junction. We have got a map. It's fine. I've missed you too. I hope you've been good. Can't read that, needs MS Paint. MS Paint was a better map. I think we did a better job with the map than this one. You know, our map was way better. Like, way better. I'm just saying. I think we might need to make a better map at some point. The MS Paint map was good. That was classic. That was classic fighting fantasy. I enjoyed that. The icons are, though. Yeah, the icons are good. Right, let's see what people are voting for. Keep going north. 51%, 66 to 64. People were not bothered about that poll. Okay, that's fine. Maybe some of you didn't know. That was an authentic little poll right there. 66, keep going north. Here we go. Keep going north. Oh, you'll have some more chance to vote, don't you worry. In the distance, to the right of the path, you see large birds circling in the sky. Do you guys want some more ASMR? As you get closer, you recognize them to be vultures. If you wish to step off the path to see what or who the vultures are interested in, turn to 384. If you wish to ignore the vultures and continue walking north, turn to 394. Hello, is this an MMORPG? It's massively multiplayer because you guys are all taking part. It's a roleplay game, absolutely, and it's definitely online, so yes. Yes, all fighting fantasy books, provided they are Twitch streamed, are MMORPGs. 100% correct. Alright. Do we investigate vultures? Do we go north? Please vote now. Lazy man mode, fighting fantasy. Absolutely. Hello from France. Hello. Sype, how are you doing? Hopefully France is doing good. I say that knowing you're not, but I hope you're doing at least better. It's an MMOVG. It's a massively multiplayer online book. That's what it is. It's an MMO book. It's an online book. That's what we do. Now, am I doing David Attenborough again? Am I doing sultry and sexy? The only accent that I can do is Northern Irish. That or terrible Scottish. Or really bad Welsh. That's what we can do as well. We can do that. So people love the Northern Irish accent for some reason. It's sexy as hell. People say Scottish, people say Attenborough. Someone says God no. Just God no. I used to be a book. Okay, look. Basil, you're going to need way more context on that, mate. You can't just come into the stream and say, I used to be a book, and then not kind of expand on that. I feel there's a backstory. 156 of you want to investigate the vultures, 42 do not, so we need a German accent. Right, listen, okay? I can do 2 German accents. Incredibly angry military captain or extremely camp. That's all I can do. There is no in between. And Again, just like the Indian accent from earlier, I would need someone who has the authority to tell me whether it's offensive or not, about whether I can do it. So I'm going to need to find an extremely camp German man and be like, hey, am I allowed to do this? Do I have the pass? Is that okay? Okay, someone says I'm German, it's fine. I'm German, you can do it, sure. Excellent, cool. If anyone's on Twitch like, we have to cancel Josh right now, I've checked with the camp German community. They're totally fine with this. They're okay. They understand that it's just a bit of banter, you know? It's a bit of English humour, a bit of bants with the lads, a bit of bant and deck. You know, the Archbishop of Banterbury's here. Gonna ride the Bantmobile. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, okay, so German accents. In the distance, to the right of the path, you will see large birds circling in the sky. As you get closer, you recognize them as the vultures. If you wish to step off the path to see what or who the vultures are interested in, turn to 384. Ahead in the grasses, you hear a low moan. You look up. That was the Indian again happening. There's some Irish in that German. Hey, whatever you want to do in your free time, okay? I like how all the Germans in the chat are now like, you know what, I regret agreeing to this. This should not have happened. Josh, you fell off. You take a few more steps and you see the ugly sight of a huge man with muscles like knotted iron, staked out to the ground. His arms and legs are tied to 4 large wooden pegs, driven deep into the ground. Okay, right. How many? Can we just double check with the camp German community that I'm still okay with this? Like, it's more Belgian and terrible. Oh, excellent. I think that's going to be how I double check. I revoke the German approval. It's understandable. No, it's totally okay. They have taken it away. They can't be offended. It was barely German. I don't know what you're on about, mate. That was a perfect accent. That was spot on. Anyone joining right now would be like, who's this camp German streamer? Why is he dressed like a middle-class English dude? We will never know. Oh, okay. Right, petition to ban Josh from all accents. Someone knew the first thing they've ever said in the chat was, that was supposed to be German. Like, that was the first thing you thought was, important to write in the chat. You could have been watching for years. It was this exact moment that made you go, well, this is just too far. This is just silly. I don't think he's taking this seriously. Ahead in the grasses, you hear a low moan. You look up to see the vultures patiently waiting overhead. You take a few more steps, and you see the ugly sight of a huge man with muscles like knotted iron staked out to the ground. His arms and legs are tied to 4 large wooden pegs driven deep into the ground. We can go back to David Attenborough. I can do that. His arms and legs are tied to 4 large wooden pegs driven deep into the ground. The man is naked, except for a small loincloth, and his skin is badly blistered from the sun. His face and chest show bloodied signs of cruel torture. His captors... Get to the chopper. It is, Arnold. That's what it is. His captors will not have gained the information they sought from him, because he is a barbarian. If you wish to cut him free, turn to 128. If you wish to leave him in his agony and return to the path. I feel after these incidents you should ask David Attenborough for permission to do his voice too. Can you imagine that, sitting down? David, I need to ask a favor. Yes, Josh. How can I help you? I need to do your voice when I'm talking about a naked man being pinned down by 4 wooden stakes. Of course, Josh. Totally understandable. The only time you'd ever need to do my voice would, of course, be that situation. I give full and complete permission. Perfect. That's what he would say. See? he'd block me IRL. Like, even just sitting down, he'd just pull up some kind of curtain between us. He travels with a little curtain that he can always make sure people can't talk to him. What do I think of that YouTuber who stole my drip and reading books? Hey, I don't own this look. If you see this and you think, you know what, I'm going to start wearing shirts and waistcoats, go for it. And if you're comfortable in that, fantastic. Keep it. We can make the world a more dapper place. But if you wear this and think, you know what, I'm not comfortable, then you carry on searching until you find your style. Some people like wearing t-shirts, some like wearing regular shirts, some people like dressing in various cosplay styles. As long as you're comfortable and you're happy with it, wear whatever the hell you want. Will people judge you for it? Yeah, of course they will. People are arseholes. People will judge you for whatever you do. But if someone sees this and thinks, I'm going to start dressing like that because it looks fun and it ends up being fun, do it. Someone has said, can we cosplay you? Do you want to hear a story? Genuinely. I went to a convention and someone walked up to me and went, I'm really sorry to disturb you. Are you cosplaying as JoshStrifeHayes? And I had to say, no, I actually am JoshStrifeHayes. And it turns out they watched the videos. We had a nice conversation. But that was a nice, interesting one. Another one was when I was at another convention and someone walked up and went, I'm really sorry, but you look like JoshStrifeHayes. And I didn't say this, but my mind was thinking, why are you really sorry about that? Oh no. What's wrong? Like, imagine someone walks up and goes, I'm so sorry that you look like this person. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I know. It's my burden to bear. Someone has to. Yeah, no offense, but you look like JoshStrifeHayes. It's okay. That's all right now. I'll take full offense to that. My condolences. But no, that was nice. Lots of people do walk up and go, hey, I like your videos. Can I... Okay, guys, quick bit of convention etiquette that we need to discuss. Thankfully, whenever I've been to conventions, mostly the Insomnia Fest, which was fantastic, and I'm going to share loads of pictures on Twitter with, if you want to chat to me or say hi, just walk up and say hi. But do me a favor. Do me like a big, big, big favor. Okay? Introduce yourself and be willing to talk. Also, it really helps if we haven't met before, if you just let me know that. Because I'm going to let you in on a secret. A lot of people walk up to me at these conventions, and what they do is they walk up and they stand there and they stare at me. And I don't have face blindness so much, but I see a lot of people in specific contexts, as in, these are my cosplay friends, these are my Warhammer friends, these are Magic the Gathering friends, and what happens is, when you see someone from a certain friend group outside of the context of that group, you sometimes don't recognize them immediately. So I get people walk up to me, people who I've known for years, walk up and go, hey Josh, and I'm like, oh, hey man, good to meet you. And they're like, we've been friends for 5 years. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, sorry, I didn't expect to see you here, I expected to see you there. So my brain didn't do that thing. If you want to meet me at a convention and say hi, please do. Just try and make it as smooth as possible for both me and you. That'd be super easy. Because what also happens is people walk up and they just stare at me. Or they walk up and just hold their hand out to shake their hand. Then I'll always shake your hand. That's not a problem at all. But I will look at you and my brain will internally be screaming, do I know you? Have I met you before? Where do I know you from? That kind of stuff. So, yeah, please come and do a hey Josh and wave and walk away. You can absolutely do a hey Josh and wave and walk away. And then my brain will be thinking, have I never met that person? Have they just said hey? Have they, noticed me and walked off? Are they my best friend of 10 years? I don't know. I do not know. I spent literally all night at the convention hanging out with some super cool people. The next day, those people were in cosplay. They came up to me. I had no idea who they were. Because they were in good cosplay, and they looked nothing like they looked yesterday. And after about 20 minutes of conversation, they were like, Josh, do you not recognize us? I'm like, no. You're in costume. Your whole hobby is about looking like somebody else. You're good at it. I don't know who you are. And then they had to explain who they were. Yeah, please, just introduce yourself. We were furries. Some of them were. Some of them very much were. For example, I'll tell you what was interesting. I met a couple of really cool people in Insomnia. I'm going to go off on a slight tangent right now. The first person I met, and I've met this guy before a couple of times, was Neil Newbon. Neil Newbon does the voice of Heisenberg in Resident Evil The Village. phenomenally talented voice actor, super tall dude. Like, ridiculously tall, stupid good looking. And I walked up to him and I'm like, hey, Neil, we met briefly at this convention before. And he was like, oh, yeah, Josh, I remember you. He was super cool with that. He actually came to the... He came to watch us do the Insomnia, the Session Zero show on stage. It was really cool. But then what I thought was really interesting, I felt a little bit cocky. You know, I was walking around Insomnia, and our stage show, Session Zero D&D stage show, was on the next day. And I saw someone famous and successful, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit cocky. I'm going to walk over, introduce myself, and say, hey, it'd be super cool if you were in the audience. That man was a voice actor called Doug Cockle, and Doug Cockle does the voice of Geralt in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Phenomenally talented man. So I waited until his kind of line died down, because that guy was signing stuff all day. He was shaking hands all day. I walked over and I went, Mr. Cockle, can I have a moment of your time? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm like, I'm Josh. I run the Session Zero stage show. It's on at, blah, 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 tomorrow. Be super cool to have you in the audience. I know you've got a busy day, but it'd be really nice to see you because I've admired your work for a long time. It'd be a privilege for me to perform to you. And he goes, you know what? I'll try as hard as I can. And the next day happened. He was super busy signing stuff. And we performed the show. I could see Neil in the audience. Neil managed to take an hour out of his day to come and watch the actual show, and he was lovely about it. I couldn't quite see Doug in the show. He was super busy. On the last day of the convention, I was in a hotel. So I came down for breakfast in the hotel, grabbed like a complimentary style buffet breakfast, grabbed a couple of plates, and I sat down. And as I was eating breakfast, I heard this voice next to me go, Josh. And I looked over, and it was Doug. And I went, oh, good morning, Doug. I didn't realize we're in the same hotel. And he went, yeah, I caught the last half an hour of your show. Really good. Really enjoyed it. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. So we had a bit of a conversation. And, yeah, just turns out he's a really chill, nice, down-to-earth guy. So if you're ever at a convention, and you either see Neil Newbin or Doug Cockle, they're obviously going to be super busy signing stuff, but if you can grab just 10 seconds to say hi and shake their hand, they will. They're lovely people. Right, back to the book. No more tangents about Insomnia, I promise, for the next 20 minutes or so. Now we come back. And then you kissed. Yeah, I demanded he do the voice. I demanded. You got D&D on YouTube or Spotify? Yes, we do. It's on YouTube under the name Session Zero. And we actually built a set. I'm going to make a whole video on YouTube about this at some point, but we are trying really hard to get Wizards of the Coast to notice us and give us some cool stuff. Right, I can't remember what happened. Can we start over? No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Was I the Jennifer to his Geralt? No, I was actually the stuffed unicorn. Okay, I knew my place in that position. There were other people there. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to aim too high. I'm going to play to my strengths here. I know what I can do. Right, what were we voting on? Hang on, did we even vote on this? Are we cutting him free or leaving him in agony? I don't know if we even did a poll. I'm going to do another poll. I totally forgot to do any kind of poll here. Hang on, do we cut him free or leave him? I can't remember whether we are cutting him free. We're going to cut him free, obviously. You guys are going to vote for that. It's Arnold, you know? It's Arnold. You know it's Arnold. It's the Schwarzenegger. It is, it's Conan the Barbarian. Conan was badass. We all love Conan. How good? How good was Conan the first film? Do we free the Barbarian? Do we ignore him and turn around and go back to the path? The Riddle of Steel. First Conan was such a good film. But no, it's, whenever I go to these conventions, I always meet, you know, big streamers and big YouTubers that I've looked up to for a long time, voice actors, very successful. You think that they're really intimidating people, but here's something I've found. And again, you can correct me if you think I'm wrong on this or if you've had different experiences. We are going to cut him free. This is going to happen. There is this kind of general preconceived notion that super successful people in any kind of industry are a bit arrogant and a little bit cocky and a little bit difficult to work with and a bit full of themselves. And there is the undeniable truth that being an arrogant arsehole will get you to a certain level of success. Yeah, that will happen. You'll be able to push past people, you'll be able to barge in the queue, you'll be able to demand that you get given the roles and the money and the things like that. There's an undeniable correlation between being a bit of an arsehole and being quite successful. But there is a ceiling. There is almost like a cap of how far that will get you. And if you want to go beyond that, it's very, very simple. Going beyond that requires other people wanting to work with you. Other people who are successful looking at you and saying, I like them, get them. Or I've worked with them before, they are a professional, they will deliver, get them in, that kind of stuff. And it's those kind and, people who are generally quite humble, people who are very talented, but people who work hard because they know that the talent isn't enough. That's the thing. Whenever you see people who are super successful, and I'm talking not like inherited wealth, billionaire levels of success, because that's just an entire other kettle of fish. There's no way you can make that much money ever. But the people who have worked really hard and succeeded in the industry or the area they are in, it's very much a case of you've got to be talented, you've got to work hard, you've got to be professional, but then you've also got to be enjoyable to work with. Because people say, hey, get them in. Let's work with them. I've worked with them before. They're fun. Let's invite them over, that kind of stuff. So if you're ever thinking, oh, God, I've met this successful person. They're such an arsehole. Just understand that they will reach a cap and people won't want to work with them again. I've met a couple of people who were a bit arrogant, a little bit annoying, a little bit full of themselves, and they've succeeded. Excellent. But then I've met them again a few years later, and again a few years later, and they're at the same level of success because everyone above them just doesn't want to work with them. So they're happy coasting where they are. That's all they want. But they're not going to go beyond that. So being kindness. Kindness will get you a hell of a long way. Such a random dick, watches content, interacted, supplies by the way he acted. You've very much got to, when you meet people who are like, I like being around you. You're fun to be around, you're humble, you lift people up. Let me ask you a question, guys, and this is a super big one. And I try really, really, really hard to make sure this happens all the time. Have you ever been in a group of people and there's been someone or a couple of people within that group and you can tell that they're not the most confident people, but the way that they big themselves up is by putting other people down? Have you ever noticed that? You'll tell a story and someone else will take the piss out of you. And people will laugh at you because they're taking the piss, and that kind of elevates their social status. Or they'll try and big themselves up by pushing others down. They try and climb over other people. And there are a subset of people who this will appeal to. Without a doubt, someone's like, the barbarian is dead. Okay, don't worry. He's fine. He's been there for a while. He's okay. He's not going to die. Have you ever been in a group of people and there's been someone in that group who bigs up everyone else, who talks about how great other people in the group are, how talented they are, what they have done, who, like, whenever you've said about something that you've done that you're proud of, instead of the person being like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna shit on your story to make myself feel great, you're gonna have someone come along and go, actually, this guy is being humble, he's way better than he's talking to me, he's done this, and this. They are the people you want in your group. They are, without a doubt, the people that you want to surround yourself with, the people that lift you up, people that big you up, people that make you feel fantastic. Yeah. Just hold up for a second. Yeah, hang on, Barbarian. We'll be okay. You want to big those people up. Surround yourself with those kind of people. You end up with a team of people who support you, absolutely no doubt. Is he talking to chat or RPing with the Barbarian? Yeah, none of this is to you guys. The Barbarian is just staked to the floor with vultures circling around. And I've sat down and gone, do you ever find that sometimes people put you down to make themselves feel better? Isn't it difficult? That's what I'm doing. I'm just talking to the Barbarian. The Barbarian needs life advice. That's what it is. Okay, cool. We're cutting him free. Hang on, my cat's going to scream at me until... Yes, do you want me to let you out of the room? Is that what you want? You can just stare at me, that's fine. No, that's the door. That's closed. Hang on, she's trying, bless her. Hang on. Come on, you. Let's get you out of this room. I'll be right back, literally immediately. There we go. Oh, some rare JoshStrifeHayes lore. Wearing jeans. See? Some of you are thinking, God damn, those are some stretchy jeans. I specifically bought the stretchy ones because when I'm on stage, I sometimes lunge. I'm going to be real with you guys. If I'm on stage, I always lunge. A good lunge is part of the stage show. Imagine being on stage and not lunging. Christ, I'd leave. I'd leave halfway through. Some of you think I'm joking. I'm not joking. I bought some new jeans a couple of weeks ago. Right. Some of you are thinking, Josh, can we please finish the book? No, shut up. Oh, by the way, I haven't even read this. Hang on. You cut the thick ropes holding the barbarian. He grunts and sits up to rub his wrists and ankles. He looks at you and sneers. He is either delirious or ungrateful, for he pulls one of the wooden stakes from the ground and turns to attack you. You must fight. Right, okay, listen, back to the story. I was in a shop and I was buying a pair of jeans, and one of the pair of jeans did not have much stretch, so did not allow lungification on stage, and the other pair of jeans was basically half elastic, which allowed me to lunge more. The problem was the first pair of jeans did make my butt look better, and that's a big thing for me when buying jeans. But the second pair gave me, you know, that kind of freedom and that movement, and ultimately I thought, right, what I need is both of them, and I need to wear the first pair when I don't intend to lunge, and the second pair when I do intend to lunge. So when getting dressed in the morning, a lot of my clothing decision is based on the likelihood of me being required to lunge that day. And that's normally pretty high. So whenever I wear the good jeans that don't have the stretch, I very much have to make an active decision that I'm not going to put myself into any positions that will require a lunge. Lunge is one of those words that show us, let us see how good it looks. Fetch me my lunging jeans. Carruthers, I require a lunge. Fetch me the lunging wear. Yeah, that'll happen. Lunge at us. This is turning into Bridget Jones' pants talk. You do not show the cat, you have to show the butt. Honey, where am I? Look, right. Okay, guys, the green screen is immediately here, okay? I just realized the problem with pointing at a green screen when the green screen, by its very nature, is in fact chroma keyed out. Therefore, you cannot see it. Your depth perception is somewhat challenged. Okay, it's here. You just believe. Hang on. Right? No, hang on. I can turn this off. I don't know how much. Where are the filters? I'm not carrying on until we've sorted this out. There we go. It's here. I still know that doesn't really help your depth perception. Let me try and help the depth perception a bit. There's wires all over the floor. Hang on. I can't catch the internet. Right. So if I stand up, I've not even got my shirt tucked in. Oh, what a shame. Okay. I've got to sit down. I've got to tuck my shirt in. Now I've got to stand up again. Okay, cool. There we go. We're fine. But I didn't build this studio with the intention of lunging or not lunging. Just the barbarian can wait. Imagine this from the point of view of the barbarian. Okay, I've sat down. I've given him life advice for like 20 minutes. I've cut him free. He's stood up, picked up a wooden stake. He's turned to look at me, and I'm just lunging forward and backward to see what happens. He's like, I shall destroy you, small man. And I'm like, oh, really? Will you? Hang on, we need to angle the camera down slightly. Visa, you're going to eat well over the next couple of weeks, aren't you? You really are, goddamn. Okay, don't worry, we'll angle it down slightly. Visa, if he's in the chat, he's about to get some serious clips going on right now. Let's just, we'll change that from there. But no, if I'm standing here and I'm turning, I've got that shelf going on. And then when you go up to lunge, how much lunging do you require from a pair of jeans? I should be sponsored by jeans. Whoever makes jeans, call me. Let's find out. Let's work this out. Imagine joining the stream right now. Imagine. Oh, Josh is doing a fighting fantasy novel. You turn in, it's like lunge. This is me just kind of angling for those. I want best MMO streamer next year. That's what I want. I mean, Asmon got it this year. Fair play. Next year, lunging. Lunging into that award. That's my plan. Can confirm, just joined. Let's put the thing on back on the chroma key. Now I'm back in the game. It's fine. There we go. Just joined, now it's awkward watching you with a raging hard-on. I mean, to be honest, sir, if you didn't have one before, that's exactly what I'm here for. That's the point of the stream. This is the first thing I've ever saw. It's only going to go downhill from here. Okay? It's only going to get worse. Here we go. We must fight. Here's how fight works. Basically, you click fight, I roll 2 dice. It adds the stamina or the skill or something. Whoever, the barbarian rolls it, whoever gets higher wins. So roll. Oh, that's a good hit. Cool. 18 versus 18. You both miss. God damn. Okay, so his skill is 9. My skill is 9. So it's all down to the rolls of the dice. This is quite dangerous. Okay, have I got that? Oh dear, the barbarian hits me. Thankfully, I've got more stamina than he has. Can I use luck? I'll roll luck. Luck is high? That's... Wow, you are lucky. 'Tis just a scratch. Take 1 less damage. Let's fight again. Let's hit the table. You didn't see that. Alright? You didn't see that. So basically what I can do is if I roll the dice and click again quickly before they roll, it's basically like hitting the table and the dice jump up. But shh. Jason. No. Is it cheating if you're only playing with yourself? Let me rephrase that, okay? I'm going to erase that from your minds. Let's rephrase that. Is it cheating if it's a single player game? I'm just going to do the fight. Okay, there's no real coming back from that. I'm just going to go through the fight. It's okay. You hit the barbarian, we're good. Keep fighting. Yeah, that's probably fine. 17-17, again, it's a draw. Too late. Ooh, okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. 20-18. Boom, son, smacked them. One more fight, we got it. We got it. I beat that barbarian off. I killed the barb. I won the fight. You are triumphant. That is the last time you are going to do a favor for any lunge for victory. I will set up the green screen, take the lungiest picture I can and upload it as an emote. That will happen. I guarantee it. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to try and get an actual schedule for streaming set up. I want to stream Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday nights. And the reason for this is I thought to myself, when am I least busy? And then I thought, oh, well, I can't stream Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night because I'm a party animal, you know? I'm out there throwing shapes. I'm out there drinking with my friends and having fun. And then the other part of my brain went, Josh, you do none of that, you know? Your plan was to sit in and play RuneScape. Your plan was to play Adventure Quest. Your plan was to play Dragon Fable for the 50th time. Your plan was to just replay all of Final Fantasy VII. And I thought, yeah, that's probably true. So... what I am thinking is into the most boomer millennial. It's true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream on Friday nights because I'm free and let's be real, you're free. I'm going to stream on Saturday nights because I'm not doing anything, and let's be honest, going out to hang out with people is tiring and draining, and going to a club is expensive, and staying in and not doing any of those things is much more fun. And then on Sunday nights, no one does anything because it's Sunday and we're all just hating work the next day, so I'm going to just stream then. So hopefully Friday, Saturday and Sunday can be a bit less awful for all of us. Hers, thank you very much for all the subs. That's remarkably kind of you. Saturday night, I'm here eating popcorn and watching Josh. Good. Going out is cringe. It is. Going out is... Hang on, let me get this right, because I'm a millennial now, so I need to get this right. Going out is cringe, but staying in is based. Staying in and not watching Twitch is omega lol, but staying in and watching Twitch is poggers. I think I got that right. I got it. Did I get it? Someone's like, please stop, Grandpa. Will someone please put Josh back in the home? Someone else is like, now you're speaking my language. Yes, it is. See, have you ever... Let me let you in on a secret. I've told a few of you this before. Have you ever been in school and the teacher has said something that is almost close enough to accurate, but just far enough away to be really cringeworthy? Like, if you're playing on a Game Boy or a PlayStation and they're like, oh, you're playing Nintendo. And you're like, it's a PlayStation, you idiot. Look, I was a teacher. We know. We're saying it slightly wrong because the fastest way to get a student to stop doing something you want them to stop doing is to make it cringe. That's what it is. You know? I've had kids come into my class before wearing Fortnite t-shirts. I've been like, oh, you're playing Fork Knife? Are we going to drop onto the Twisted Tower? Are we going to get on board the combat coach? Is that what's going to happen? And they're looking at me like, oh my God, sir, no, sir, you're so cringe. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, I know I am. All right? You think cringe is your ally? I was born in it. Molded by it. I didn't see the beast until I was almost a man, and by then it was nothing to me except blinding. This is the last time you're going to do anyone a favor for some time. Returning to the path, you head north again. Look, it's JoshStrifeHayes. Bane posting. Well, that's cringe. Listen, okay? We live in a society. We do. Gamers rise up. Gradually. If you don't stop being cringe in the chat, I'm going to do some ASMR, but I'm going to end up deep-throating this mic. That's what's going to happen. It's not just going to be gradually around the... It's going to be full-on just right here. Gradually around the glasses, you become shorter as the ground starts to gently rise. That's what's going to happen. Now, that was Winston Churchill for some reason, wasn't it? Gradually, the grass around you becomes shorter as the ground gently starts to rise. Ahead, you can hear the sound of flowing water. Soon, you reach the bank of a slow-flowing river. The river is very shallow, and stepping stones cross it from the far bank, where the path continues north into the distance. Like Deeves, just stop. That's all it is. Just stop. That's the one thing. It's the only thing you feel is relevant right now. Please stop. That's all we need. We shall fight the millennials on the beaches. Okay, cool. Will you cross the river by the stepping stones? Turn to 66. Will you wade through the shallow water across the river? Turn to 186. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Keep going, Josh. I'm almost there. Tomix. I'm glad to be of assistance. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to read. I've got things around. Do you want me to just grab random things from the room and read them to you? I can do that if you need me to. Do you need me to grab random things and just read them? Tomix, read the warranty card again. Got a shiny ornithopter. Didn't even realize I had that. Fantastic. Good times all round. What are we doing, chat? What is life? I've got some paracetamol. Just read you some of this. 500 milligram tablets. Effective pain relief. Each tablet contains 500 milligrams. You said the same thing twice, tablets. Thanks. Okay, cool. You are cringing. Look, if you can't handle me at my cringe, you don't deserve me at my based. That's how it works. Fanfic? Bruno, try reading the book. He's right. He really is right. You know what, Bruno? You are spot on. I'm sorry that we kind of got distracted. I forgot what the focus was. You are right. I'm glad you're here. We're going to do a poll. Do we... Okay, stepping stone. No more stories. We're just doing the book. Or do we wade? Do we use the stepping stones or raid through the river? Let me know. Why isn't this on Just Chatting? Not like there's anything else going on. Mythic Spirit, because it's not about just chatting. Right? It's about going through the story together with us. We are doing the book. That's what we're doing. Where's my tiny sword? Look, it's always here. Never Too Late TV. New here. What the bloody hell is going on? Oh, Never Too Late TV. You got a lot of context to catch up on. Okay? A lot of context. We cut a barbarian free. We did some lunging. We nearly entered an old woman, but didn't. We managed to destroy a tree dude. We got robbed. And then we spoke about the voice of Geralt from The Witcher. It was good times. Good times all round. Tide, don't vote. We fisted a tree. We did fist a tree. And now we are voting on what you guys want me to do. And if you get a perfect 50-50 split, exactly to the person, I will restart the entire book. And that is a promise. That is both a promise and a threat. Can we get a recap? In order to get a recap, someone will have need to have been keeping score pretty much from the very start. Okay, 55% of you want stepping stones, 45% don't. The split's getting even far apart. We're doing stepping stones. Right, cross the road by stepping stones. Here we go. You step carefully along the slippery stones to the other side of the river. Do you guys want some ASMR? John, a little bit closer. You guys ready for this? Here we go. Hang on. I'm going to turn the microphone up a little bit more so I can whisper. I'm going to whisper the story to you. You guys ready? Here we go. You step carefully along the slippery stones to the other side of the river. You see that the path continues north into the hills, but as it is getting dark, you decide to make camp for the night under a large, solitary tree to the right of the path. You build a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. You have been asleep for about an hour when the soft noise of fluttering wings wakes you up. You sit up and grab your sword, and in the light of the full moon, you see 3 large shapes flying toward you. They look like large bats, but as they swoop in close, you see the unmistakable fangs of vampire bats. If you possess any garlic buds, turn to 268. I told you. I told you that getting the garlic buds would be a good idea. I've played with the old man in Vampire Survivors. Not like that, but I've played as the old man. I know that the garlic is a good idea. Stop thinking that way. Let's do it. Save. Good point. Let's save the game just in case. 4 saves. We've got the garlic buds. Here we go. You reach quickly into your backpack and pull out the garlic buds. The vampire bats close in on you but veer away at the last second, screeching loudly. They hover above you, eager to drink your blood, but the garlic keeps them some at bay. Eventually they fly off in search of some other prey, leaving the garlic by your side. And Tomix, cheers. How big of a donation to get you to undo 1 more button on that shirt? You know what, Tomix? You're a loyal viewer. You've already cheered a few bits. I will undo another button on this shirt. Listen. The bottom button is now undone. You are welcome. Leaving the garlic by your side, you settle down to sleep again. In the morning, you collect your belongings and head north along the path and turn to 119. The ground is quite steep. Don't say that I never do anything for you, okay? Don't say that. I work for you guys a lot, you know? The hype train is incoming as well. The hype train has happened. You have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Guys, I'm going to be real with you. The hype train is simply fear of missing out, made by Twitch in order to make people donate, subscribe, and cheer so everyone feels like it's a cool thing they have to do at a specific time. You don't need to do it if you don't want to. Okay? There we go. Just going to be real with you. Just, that's what someone at Twitch went, hey, maybe we can make everyone excited to donate and sub. How? Just give them emotes. There we go. Cool. The level 2 hype train is there. If you want to, you get emotes. You don't have to. What else is going on in the chat? Yeah, it's the scam train, as they say. How much for every button, white shirt included? Ooh, that's going to have to be... you're going to have to buy me a collector's booster box of the new Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can either go to a shop and buy one, or you can pop down to your nearest landfill and see if, just like all of the others, they just threw a pallet away. You know, one of the 2 would work. Oh my god, I told so many jokes about that to the Hasbro staff, and I'm going to be real, they did not find it funny. They did not find it funny at all. Okay, so Magic the Gathering has a load of Magic cards, and recently there was a post on the Magic the Gathering subreddit. Someone found a load of unopened booster boxes and booster packs in a landfill in America. Like literally an entire wooden pallet still wrapped in protective packaging on its side in a landfill. Magic cards just absolutely scattered everywhere from the new Lord of the Rings set and from one of the older sets. And it was all over the news, all over the Magic the Gathering kind of geek sphere. Everyone was joking about it. And then I was in London playing Magic the Gathering with a couple of people who work for Hasbro, and I made a load of jokes about it. And, you know, because Hasbro can never actually legally acknowledge the existence of the secondary market. So even these guys, when they're playing Magic, they can't say anything about it. So I'm opening some packs. I'm like, oh, man, this is a valuable card. And they're like, we can't, confirm or deny that, Josh. I'm like, that's fine. I'll just go and throw it in a landfill. That's what we seem to be doing nowadays. And they just stared at me. Now, I thought it was really funny. I laughed. I thought it was a very topical joke. They did not find it funny. Apparently, it was actually a very serious incident. It was being taken very seriously by Hasbro, by Wizards of the Coast. And I've even had people pull me aside and be like, Josh, you're making some very risque jokes about Wizards of the Coast and about Magic the Gathering, and you're saying things that aren't necessarily towing the company line. And I'm like, oh, right, sorry. I missed the part where I work for you, because that isn't a thing. I'm just a guy that makes YouTube videos and streams and makes jokes at your expense. You're the one throwing all the cards away. But yeah, I do like that power of being able to say, right, you've confused me with somebody that you employ. But I thought it was quite funny. Although, to be fair, real talk, okay? No, that genuinely happened. Real talk, the D&D film is actually really good. I genuinely enjoyed that. We went to London to watch that, went to the premiere. There's actually some pictures of us on the red carpet, just saying. But no, real talk, and this is not me shilling, and I'm not paid to say this, the D&D film is actually very enjoyable. Is it the greatest film in the world? No. But is it a fun 2 hours in the cinema? Hell yeah. I've been to see it twice. I've taken friends to see it. I came out of the cinema after seeing it and being like, you know what? That's actually really fun. I enjoyed that. I had a good time at the D&D film. The way that I try to explain to people is, have you guys seen The Mummy with Brendan Fraser? Absolute cinematic masterpiece. Every single person in that film is hot. Okay? The Mummy is most people's sexual awakening. That's what it is. If you don't know kind of your orientation, watch The Mummy. I guarantee one of the characters will appeal. That's what it'll be. You'll come out of The Mummy being like, I get it. I understand more now. I feel like I know me more. Not the redone Tom Cruise one, the original one with Brendan Fraser. You know how The Mummy is just fun. It's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Take the original first Pirates of the Caribbean as well. Are we going to read the book now? No. We're going to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, The Mummy, and Brendan Fraser. When you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, it's fun. It's silly. It's just enjoyable, That was how I felt watching the D&D film. I thought, it's not exactly... It's not groundbreaking cinematic masterpiece. It's fun. It's a fun, enjoyable adventure. And if someone ever says to me, I really want to sit down and watch like a fun, enjoyable adventure romp for 2 hours, sweet, we're putting the D&D film on. That's what's happening. Well, as soon as it's out on like DVD, we will. Oh, can I just ask you a question? Can you confirm or deny something? I understand that I've lost 100 viewers since I started going on about this rant, but I believe in it, so I'm going to keep going. Is saying DVD old? Because I was saying to someone, oh man, I'll just, I'll wait till the film's out, I'll pick the DVD up. And they went, don't you mean the Blu-ray? Don't you mean you'll just stream it? Don't you mean you'll just grab the film on a streaming thing somewhere? You'll just download it? I'm like, no, I'll get the DVD. And then I thought, oh no. DVDs are now older than videos were when DVDs came out. So, by comparison, they are old. But no one says Blu-ray. You just say DVD. It's like one of those colloquialisms. When you say Hoover, you mean vacuum cleaner, but Hoover was the brand that succeeded. When you say Tannoy, you mean public announcement system, but Tannoy was the brand that succeeded. When you say DVD, you mean film on a disc, but it might be the Blu-ray that you end up getting. Some say CD. Do I enjoy making people feel old? Okay, when I was talking to Doug, the voice actor for Geralt, in the hotel for a bit, I turned around before I left and I'm like, oh, Doug, just so you know, I've got a second YouTube channel where I review classic video games. When I eventually get round to doing The Witcher 3, I'll give you a call, I'll let you know, see if you want to do like a cameo voiceover for it or something. And he looked at me and he went, Josh, that was only in 2015. I'm like, Doug, that was 8 years ago. And he went, oh, God. and then just carried on eating his breakfast. So I feel like I may have ruined his breakfast at that point by reminding him that The Witcher 3 did come out 8 years ago. He was like, it was only last week. You know, I've just come out of the recording booth for it. It's just one game of the year. No, Doug, 8 years ago. Okay, sorry, that happened. Okay, cool, here we go. But to be fair, he was lovely. What are we doing in the thing? Let's just, hang on. What are we doing? Let me just poll this to work out what the hell we're doing. Do you guys want to feel really, really, really old? Okay. For some reason, I'm watching through all of the Fast and Furious films. I don't know why. I think I just hate myself a little bit. So I'm trying to go back through and relive, my cultural history. I'm a white guy. My cultural history is pretty much just Michael Bay films. That's how we go through it. That's what we have added to the world. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back, rediscover my roots, and watch all of the old Fast and Furious films. That's where I came from. In the first Fast and Furious film, they are stealing TVs with built-in VCR players. Video players. Not DVD players. Built-in VCRs. That was worth stealing and selling, and they're big. I'm not even lying. Go back and Google it. I swear to God. Go and Google it. It's ridiculous. What's a VCR? Video cassette recorder. Yeah, that's bad. Half of you are enjoying the nostalgia. Half of you are saying, please stop. Okay, book now? Okay, Gung, I understand that you really want me to do the book. We'll get there. This is a long-term thing. We've been streaming 2.5 hours. We haven't yet finished one run of the book. We may need to do 2 or 3. Okay? Right, let's keep it going. Here we go. Is this the hype train or the nostalgia train? Bit of both, really. A little bit of both. Okay, cool. Here we go. Up for the poll. What are we doing? I should probably read the actual story first. The ground is quite steep as the path winds its way into the hills. By the time you reach the top, the sun is quite hot. The sun's always freaking hot. It's the sun. All around in the distance you see the green circle of darkwood forest. Mist still hangs in the tall grass behind you, but ahead you see a valley, floor bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. You may continue north down the hill, or you may head west along this new branch. Do we go north or go west? Let me know what we're doing. I heard floor bathed in cyanide. Hey, however you want to have your weekend, it's totally okay. Do we go west or do we go north? I think we should continue going north. For those of you who weren't here earlier, that was a single spelling mistake I made that chat have not let me forget. Hey, can you play Corruption of Champions? At some point, probably. I can't, guarantee that I'll get to any game, but I will. Oh, by the way, these Twitch streams, I'm going to do 2 separate things on them. I'm going to either play completely random games like this, where I can actually talk to you a lot, or I'm going to play different MMORPGs, but I've come up with a couple of rules for myself. I love this stream as just a radio show. Yeah, pretty much. I am only allowed to play or progress an MMORPG when there are other people in the game with me. Like, if I'm on my own, can't progress. I have got to wait for other people to be in the game with me. Go west. 84 if you want west, and 79 want north. Now, I tried playing the whole, RuneScape thing of following everyone around, and I really enjoyed that. RuneScape Lazy Man mode is going to continue. RuneScape Lazy Man mode, absolutely continuing, but a couple of the rules were quite restricting, if you will. Restricting where it wasn't fun, not necessarily restricting where it was adding to the challenge. So I will continue to play RuneScape Lazy Man mode, but I will be a little bit more leeway for myself. Here we go. Right, we're going to go west. You may head west along the new branch. The path leads along a ridge of a hill and ends at another junction. You see that the way south leads back to the river, so you decide to head north again. The path runs through a narrow gorge between 2 hills. You feel vulnerable and draw your sword, expecting to be ambushed at any moment. Unfortunately, because you are concentrating on watching the sides of the gorge, You do not see a small patch of leaves and branches on the path ahead. Your foot goes right through the thin covering of a trap, and you plunge 4 meters to the bottom of a rocky pit. To add to your misfortune, a wooden stake with a sharp tip points out the center of the pit. Test your luck. Sadly, your luck has run out. You needed a luck score of 9 or below, and rolled a luck score of 10. Oh well. We were unlucky. The point of the stake pierces your leg as you land. You lose 2 stamina points for the fall, and a further 2 stamina points for the injury to your leg. Are we still alive? Just about, but our stamina is down to 15 out of 22. Can I do the double camera again? Oh, the double camera was good, wasn't it? The double camera was good. We might need to. We might need to put the double camera on again at some point. That was a fun times. You should do that more. I can't watch right now, but we'll catch the VOD later. Love these books with your voice acting. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We'll do that. The double camera was best in slot. It absolutely was. What's the double camera? Guys. You guys? Okay, hang on. I've got 2 cameras. One of them is here. Let me sort this out. I might just be able to use the second camera again. It's... Oh no, the wires are extremely taut. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this all the way around the back of the actual thing. Move out of the way, microphone. Please do the fireball camera again. Hang on, I've got to come closer to the screen for this to work. Chest hair cam, apparently that's about to happen. Let's grab this, lift this up to here, put this up there. There we go. Okay. The double camera going on. For those of you who are unsure. Hope you enjoyed the armpit camera. That's normally a special thing the OnlyFans gets. Here we go. Extremely taut wires. Do I actually have 2 video capture devices? That one? There it is. That's the old camera. Okay? This is the old camera that I've not yet put the filter onto. But if I put the chroma key filter onto it, you can see the old camera is not as good at catching anything else. But it's okay, because what we can do is this. And now we stream. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Perfect. Okay, we're nearly there. We've got to get it right. Bang on. Okay. It was just the chin, wasn't it? It was just... All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready? It's the eyes. It's the eyes and the mouth. The point of the stake pierces your leg as you land. Lose 2 stamina. You lose 2 further stamina for the injury to your leg. If you are still alive, turn to 319. We can. Do you possess the boots of leaping? Potion Zeller. We do not. You know what, we can make this as big as we want. Imagine joining now. This is how we're streaming from now on. This is just go with it. We do not. Turn to 14. The pit is circular, with smooth sides, and you are too weak from your fall to climb out. You call for help, but nobody comes to your aid. You sit down and ponder your fate. After about an hour, you hear a noise overhead. You look up to see the bear. Hang on. Crop to 1 giant eye, please. The things I do for you. Should we just do like that, but not tell anyone that's what we're doing? Hang on. There we go. It's basically, that's actually... There we go, that'll work. After about an hour, you hear a noise overhead. You look up to see a bearded face of a stocky man wearing a fur hat. He looks annoyed. You know what we could do? Hang on, better idea. Much better idea. Just hang on, we'll get there. He is a fur trapper, and you have ruined his trap. He shouts down to you that if you expect him to throw a rope down to rescue you, it's going to cost you 3 gold pieces. Failing that, don't look at my eye. Invert the eyes. Do you mean like upside down? Are we going upside down or in and out? What are we doing? We'll just put yes. Imagine joining right now. Failing that, he will take any magical item you care to give him from your backpack. After you agree to pay off the angry fur trapper, he throws down a rope to you, and you climb out of the pit. What will you offer him? Will we give him 3 gold pieces? We do have 3 gold pieces. Look, gold times 6. We definitely do have 3 gold pieces. I think we could give him 3 gold pieces, don't you? We have a rope, though. Oh, yeah. I literally bought a rope for this exact situation. I can do so much... Hang on. I can do so much acting with my eyes, I just realised. Hang on. So, when he said we had a rope, it's almost like a... Hang on. We had a rope. And we can't use it, it's more of a... sadness. I'm going to use my degree here. You ready for the flirtation? I thought that would be sexy, but it's like something just flew into my eye. I was like I'm going to raise one eyebrow up and put the other one down, and it almost felt like it was like a wink that I didn't commit to. It was almost like a, hey. I don't know why. The redness in the camera doesn't help. That is true. See, this camera, totally fine. Not a problem. A lovely up-nose shot just there. It was great. See, this camera, totally fine. This camera, not very good. But it's okay. It's going to stream like this now. This is what we're doing from now on. I'm going to give him 3 gold. He doesn't need to have anything else. He's been given 3 gold. It's just a giant mouth. Hang on. Okay. Here we go. You hand over the fee and glare at the unfriendly fur trapper before setting off north again down the gorge. Continuing down the gorge, you see... Why are we doing this? Like, why is this happening? Why have you decided this is the fun bit of the stream? Why have we got 100 more people watching than when I was giving life advice? This is what you want. Turn the mouth around. Okay, hang on. For anyone new joining the stream, we'll just transform. Flip horizontally. Excellent. I'd try and match it up now. That'll do. That'll... This is silly. Why are we being silly? Stop it. I don't want to take this camera off, so I'm just going to put it up there and you can ignore that it's there for a bit. Okay? It's going to be there, just ignore it. Actually, you know what? Some of you have been good. So you get the chest cam back. It's fine. There you go. You're welcome. Some of you have been good. Continuing down the gorge, you see the handle of a sword sticking out from a large rock by the side of the path. If you wish to try and pull the sword, that's the OnlyFans content right there. If you wish to try and pull the sword free from the rock, turn to 182. If you wish to continue walking down the gorge, do something else. Okay, cool. What does the tiny sword sound like? Imagine logging in right now. How's it going? Are you winning, son? Look, there are no winners here. Just about 1,500 very strange people who are enjoying this on a Saturday night. Let's not question. That's not a sword, that's a dagger. That's what she said. Okay, cool. Here we go. Paul, does you guys have to drive this adventure? Do we pull the sword out? Or do we ignore the sword? You have to give me an adventure right now. Do we pull the sword out? Do we ignore the sword? I'd say we have 1,500 winners. Yeah, we do. My wife's enjoying this more than I am. I'm not going to say that's what she said, because that would be too easy. You know, that would be too easy. There's got to be a certain level. Look at that hair needs to be shaved right there. It's getting too hairy. There we go. Tidied up a little bit. Can't be coming on stream being all not tidy, can I? Draw some more hair on with green biro. What sword? Someone's like, well, did you just brush your chest? Yeah, I did. Shut up. Okay? 82% of you want me to pull the sword out. You really do. You're a wizard, Harry. Too hairy for some, not hairy enough for others. Yeah, it's true. Born too late to explore the world and too early to explore the solar system. Born just at the right time to explore old school RuneScape. Best thing so far. The best poll was 69%. 153 of you want to pull the sword out. Okay, we're going to go and do it. We're going to pull the sword free from the rock. You take hold of the sword and place your foot against the rock, firming your stance before you begin to pull. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is greater than your current skill score, the sword will not move. You tire, are forced to give up. Our current skill is 8 plus 1, so 9. So we must roll equal to or less than 9 on 2 dice. Here we go. You definitely passed the skill check. We have succeeded. The sword is magnificent and was obviously made by a master craftsman. It feels powerful in your hand. You gain 2 points on top of your current skill score when using your enchanted sword. Cutting your new weapon through the air, you set off north, down the gorge. I believe that's what the kids call poggers. It's a Robotron raid. Oh, you've joined at exactly the right time to enjoy the chest cam. Robotron, thank you very much for raiding with a party of 169 nice people. If you guys have not joined the stream before, oh, you're in for a treat. You're in for an absolute treat. I think I've got my finger very firmly on the pulse of what modern Twitch chat wants. And I know that what you all want is for an English middle-class dude to replay a 30-year-old choose-your-own-adventure book on stream with a dedicated chest webcam in the top right-hand corner. I know that's what you want. You don't need to tell me. I'm prepared. Did we just go north? This is very much what we're all about. For those of you, it's not 30 years old. I refuse to believe that. Mate, it's 2023. 30 years ago was 1993. And I'm pretty sure this book came out before 1993. It's horrible, I know. Just understand that's where we are now. as like a collective. I think it's from the 80s. Stop it. No. Okay? Look, half of this stream is dedicated to me performing and entertaining you. The other half is reminding you that you are old. And the reason for this is you've got to have like an up and down. It's got to be the ebb and flow. It's a roller coaster. It can't all be downhill. It's got to be a little bit uphill. You got to crank a little bit higher. You got to go down. You know, if I'm entertaining all the time, all that happens is you begin to expect me to be entertaining all the time. So this is what I do. I'm being honest with you here, okay? I entertain you. I make you happy. It reaches a crescendo. I realize I can't top that. So instead of trying to top that, I bring you all down with a bit of realism, bit of reality, make you all feel a little bit inferior, make us all feel a bit old, and when we're all sad and depressed, then you can start the comedy again. You know, then you get funny, you build up from a baseline, it's easier to entertain. I'm just being honest with you, this is what I'm doing, but in genuine, thank you very much for the raid. Robotron is a phenomenally talented Twitch streamer, and a really, really interesting man to hang around with. I hope you're doing good. Okay, guys, here we go. Between the hills, you see flat green valley floor stretching out ahead, and beyond, a sinister wall of trees. Dark wood forest. On the other side of the trees lies Stonebridge, your journey's end. Arriving on the valley floor, the path ends at a junction. Do we head west, or do we head east? This is what we need to do. This is where you guys come in. Do we head east or west? You got 1 minute to vote in the poll right now. Let me know. Do we head west? Do we head east? Robotron, I hope whatever your stream was, it was suitably crazy and zany. I've seen your streams before. I've been part of them. They are always chaotic. If you honestly, guys, if you think that I go off on a tangent, if you think that I go off on some random stuff, you want to go and see what Robotron does. I swear, the man is chaos incarnate. Like, I've sat down to one of his shows before, and someone has turned to me and said, "So Josh, what's this show like?" And I don't know what to say. I'm like, mate, I've seen 3 of them. I don't know how to explain that. I don't understand. Imagine if you made drugs into a person and then said, "Hey, put a comedy show on for the next 2 hours." He'd do that. That's what would happen. The correct answer is just watch it. The man is insane. It was a live show. Okay, yeah. When he gets his live shows, that's when it's crazy. Oh, by the way, guys, if you exactly perfectly 50-50 a poll, I will restart the entire book from the beginning. 100 people to 102 people. 2 people. If one of you who had voted east instead voted to go west, we would have had to restart this entire book. Instead, you awoke to find yourself in a well-lit choice of going east, and therefore we're going to go east. Right, guys, we're going east. Head east 51. You ready for a bit more ASMR? Your walk. You know, we're going to do ASMR with David Attenborough. Your walk along the Green Valley floor brings you to a junction in the path. If you want to head north, turn to 199. If you wish to continue east, turn to 397. Guys, what are we doing? We're polling you. Remember, perfect 50-50. Do we go north or east? If you get perfect 50-50, we restart the entire thing. If I'd have known, I would have picked the other. That's what I would get for being new. How dare you be new, Talia? Just coming in here, being all new, not knowing the lore, not knowing all of the deep history and backstory of the way we do all of these streams. Yeah, you need to go and watch every single video I've ever made. Every single stream. Go back. You've got to. There will be a quiz. When you arrive, there will be a test. Either 50-50 or 69-31, no in between. Or when for some reason you guys managed to do 20-20-20-20-21, which adds up to 101%. So somehow you were able to get 101%, and the vote was based in that one. It was like 5 words that would have described me, and you got based for some reason. That's what you went for. That was what you decided was important. 51% if you want to go east, 126 to 119. We are going east again. Here we go. If you wish to continue east. The Albion Online ad. The Albion Online man from the Albion Online advert. You continue your walk along the valley floor, passing a junction in the path which leads south to the hills. You soon arrive at another junction. I swear to God, whoever they got, the Albion Online man. Again, one of the branches leads south to the hills. If you wish to head north, or if you wished... Why are we just... Why? The last 3 votes have just been, which way do we go? Which way are we going? Okay, come on, we can do this. So, it's a fun book. Question, which way, again, do we go north? Or do we go east? Find out. You awake to find yourself in a path with 2 choices. Look, this is very much like Robotron's show, except I didn't write it, and I'm being very lazy, and you're making all the choices, and we either die or succeed the book without the items we actually need to succeed and don't make any progress anyway. Some of you are North Gang, some of you are East Gang, and if you all manage to perfectly balance this vote, I will restart the entire book from page 1. That's a threat. That is an absolute threat, and if we choose the wrong path, like Robotron, you die. You die. You die. I'm actually pretty sure I've got a Robotron t-shirt hanging out around somewhere. I'm 99% sure I've got one of his t-shirts in this room somewhere. Right, where are we? 50%, 109, 110. That's very close. Am I threatening you with a good time? And more. How do we restart from the first book? Oh, that would... Oh my God, my heart. I just saw that vote go up to 126, 126, and now it's 133, 132. Oh my God, you had it on 126, and then a load of other people voted. Thankfully, North won by 1 person. All right, we're going North. Why is there a close-up of Josh's chest hair on here? Don't question the law. This is how we roll. Because you've questioned it, it gets bigger, okay? Every time someone comes in and questions it, I'm making it bigger. That's the law that I'm putting on there right now. Here we go. We're going north. Although it is a bright sunny day, a tiny grey cloud appears in the sky. It is very low and appears to be moving toward you. As it approaches you, you see that it's moving very quickly. Finally, it hovers above you some 5 meters off the ground. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning shoots out from under the cloud, hitting you on the shoulder. You lose 3 stamina. If you are still alive, you see the cloud shoot off to the west at high speed. You pull yourself together and set off north. Turn to 375. If this strange cloud has electrocuted you... Oh, apparently the strange cloud has not electrocuted us, so instead, we just go this way. A junction appears in the path. If you wish to continue north, turn to 150. If you wish to head west, just so you guys know, there is a map, okay? This is where we are. So, right, these are the choices we've made. Bridge, tower, old tree, junction, wooden hut with an old woman, cold tree, junction, fight the tree man, a couple of junctions, vultures with the barbarian, win the fight, find the camp, vampire bats scared off by the garlic, couple of junctions, rocky pit trap, fur trapper that we paid off with 3 gold, pulled the sword out of the stone, strange cloud got electrocuted, there's the junction. We're nearly at the north. You know, we're pretty close to being there. Cool. Are we going north or are we heading west? We have lost, boys. We can do it again. You might have lost. You might have lost simply because we may have missed important items. But let's go with the poll and see how far we get. So, do we go north or west? Start the poll. If you do 50-50, then yeah, we pretty much just restart the entire thing. You're not going to do it. You've done it once. I swear to God. Like, you've made it happen once before. Put that there. No one will notice. Oh, I flipped it. Hang on. There you go to transform, flip horizontally. Perfect. No one will notice. See how long it takes someone to notice when they come into the stream and be like, hang on, why is that? What? Why is that there? It's perfect. No one will notice. What happens if no one votes? If no one votes, then we redo the entire thing anyway. Why is it on 101, 103, 102? You get it balanced, and then someone votes. You guys get it there, and then someone's like, oh, I'm going to vote. 126 to 130, West wins. 4 of you got it wrong. Had 2 of you from West gone North, instead, you would have succeeded. Can people vote sooner? 50% through the vote, usually closer. Yeah, it's crazy. It is so close, but you just can't do it. I'm not scared because you're not going to do it. The path ends outside a stone cottage with a thatched roof. A plaque above the wooden door reads, Aragon, the Archmage. Do you wish to enter the cottage, or would we rather return to the path and head north? What do we do? Let's find out. Do we enter Aragon, as everyone who's seen Return of the King has considered? Or do we go north? Someone said save. We should probably save. That's probably a good idea. I'll place a bookmark. There is scratching on the door. Is it a cat? Is it a dog? Who knows? Let's find out. In real life, not in the game. Come on. Oh, fine. You can hang out with me. I suppose you're cool enough for that. Oi, come here. Oh, come here, you. Okay, hang on. You can chill. We can play some games together? Can we play some games? Okay, we can play some games. We can do this. Let's just turn that off. We now have dogs. Apollo, say hello to people. He said hello. He's had a good day. Are you just going to curl up on me and go to sleep? Is that the plan? Is that the plan right now? Is that what's going to happen? Okay, you're just going to curl up on me and fall asleep, are you? But no, Apollo, you've got to make choices. Look, which choices are we going to make? Is it not choice-making time? It's not choice-making time, apparently. Now it's literally just relaxing time. See? Hang on. Hang on, he likes the head scritches. He now gets the head scritches for a bit. Why are his eyes red? Oh no, so he has this thing where it's not pain, it's not blood. His eyes kind of weep, and what tends to happen is, because he's got white fur, whenever his eyes weep a little bit, they get this kind of like red mix around them. It's in no pain, it's only on one eye as well. Now, it doesn't hurt him at all, but sometimes he gets like weird eye gunk whenever he wakes up in the morning. You know, as we all do. And, okay, now he's just gone fully flat on me. Okay, Apollo, you get to jump down now. Piper, come here. Do you want more dogs? Piper! Piper, come here. Come here, you. You're the loving one. Okay. You can hang up. Yep. Thanks, Piper. Yep. Yep, I definitely required clean. Oh, do I need more cleaning? Okay, good. Yep, thanks for the... Yes, Piper, thank you. I'm aware that I need the cleaning. Yep, this is good. Hang on, just, I'm a lovely salty snack. For her, lots of lick. Lick, lick, lick. God, I wish that was me. Well, you know, as soon as I need money and the OnlyFans takes off. Piper, you hanging out, relaxing for a bit? We're gonna... Oh, no, you've heard the cat. Do you want to go on to the cat? Okay, go on. You can go and do that. Apollo! Go on, guys. How'd you go? Go on. Guys, I've got to pretend to work. Okay, fine. You can stay here. Okay, cool. That's going to hang out for a bit. They'll be on the floor. Normally, Piper curls up beneath my feet. Look at my hair. Ruined it. Ruined it. No, normally Piper has like a little bed underneath this desk, and she will curl up down there, and then I will put my feet close to her, and then I'll feel just a paw just reach out from her bed, and she'll just rest her paw on my foot. And the reason she does that is like she needs to know that I know that she's here. So the little sausage dog will curl up, my feet next to her, and I'll just hear a gentle boop, and it's her just putting her paw on me. Just to be like, hey, I'm here, don't forget me. Could never forget her. Okay. Are we entering... What did we vote? Did we vote to enter the cottage? I cannot remember. Like, we did a vote. I'm pretty sure we did vote to enter the cottage, didn't we? Yeah, it was not 50-50. It was absolutely not 50-50. We are going into the cottage. Here we go. Apollo, are you just hanging out there? No, you just... No? Okay. Hang on, there was like a moan outside, like someone was having a really good time. God damn, okay, cool. You guys are having a good time. All right, cool. Here we go. You could do with... yeah, we could actually use the... You know, how about the second camera becomes a doggo cam? I can make the second camera into a doggo cam. That could work. Okay, cool. Not right now, because that would require setup, but I can do that. Here we go. Let's enter the cottage. You walk into a well-furnished room, adorned with fine objects and woolen rugs. Sitting at a desk by the far wall of the room is an old man wearing purple robes and a conical hat. He rises from his chair and says, "I am Aragon, and you are an insignificant mortal. You have the nerve to walk into my household uninvited, no doubt to rob me of my wealth and treasure. You are wrong, stranger, for I will relieve you of your wealth. Unless you give me 10 gold pieces and 2 objects from your backpack to add to my exquisite collection, I will turn you to stone. Are you wearing the Eye of Amber?" We are. That was the thing that we found in the original witch's hut in the book that we opened up, and it was hollowed out, wasn't it? And it said, like, the Eye of Amber. It's about truth. Hang on, it was the truth thing, wasn't it? The Eye of Amber. Where was that? It was the specific truth thing. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Where am I looking? Knowledge, fortune, gold, magical helmet, enchanted sword. Where am I missing the Eye of Amber? Can I see it? Hang on. Others, left column. Okay, cool. Hang on. Eye of Amber on silver chain. There we go. Oh yeah, it was said that if you... There's no note there specifically, but it tells you the truth about people. Fantastic. Okay, cool. We can do this. We are indeed wearing the Eye of Amber. The jewel hanging round your neck starts to glow. Perhaps Aragon is not all that he says he is. You draw your sword and challenge him. The expression on Aragon's face changes from confidence to fear. He then apologizes for being so aggressive, but explains that these lands are filled with bandits and murderers, and he has to protect himself by pretending to be a wizard of supreme power. He begs forgiveness and offers you 5 gold pieces if you leave him in peace and tell nobody of his disguise. You accept his offer and leave his cottage. You walk back to the junction in the passage and head north. Mate, we may have been robbed by an old woman, but karma smiled on us because we got to rob an old man. And I think that's the universe righting that wrong. You know, it's adding to the equation. It's like poetry. It rhymes. George Lucas, Jar Jar Binks. He knows how it goes. You know, we also got to fist a tree. That's neither here nor there. That was a thing that happened. I don't think that really applies to the equation of what was good or bad in what we did. But no, someone robbed us, we robbed somebody else. Everything is entirely okay. Like George Lucas says, it rhymes. It's like pottery. Turn to 150. Can do. Walking north across the green valley, you see the dark green wall of darkwood forest looming up before you. The path leads straight into the thick undergrowth, and soon you are walking between tall, dark trees and thorny bushes. It is dark and quiet, and the path abruptly, as every single path seems to, ends at a junction. Do we go west, or do we go east? Let's find out. 1,500 of you seem to care. Do we go west or east? Start the poll. Some of you are like, neither. We go 50-50. Let's find out. Aragorn and Darkwood Forest. We are very Middle-earth themed right now, aren't we? Yeah, we really are. Let's go yeast. Let's go west. Let's go back to the beginning. We're only going back to the beginning if you can absolutely 100% perfectly 50-50 the entire thing. And I swear to God, you know what? I was in two minds about doing this stream. I was either going to do a fighting fantasy book or we were going to play Adventure Quest for 6 hours. And I don't know why I didn't make you watch me play Adventure Quest for 6 hours. I was tempted. It was either Adventure Quest or Dragon Fable. One of the two. But I do have a soft spot for Adventure Quest. Adventure Quest Worlds stream eventually. You remember these books from the 80s? Yeah, 43 years ago. 43 years ago. Someone's like, what's Adventure Quest? What's Dragon Fable? These are old books, guys. Oh, that was close. Okay, East is 50% at 140. West is 50% at 138. One of you had one East person voted for West, we would have restarted the entire thing. One of them. But we didn't. We're going East. That's what's going to happen. Head East. The path comes to another junction. The way south leads back to the valley, so you decide to stay in the forest and head north. Ahead, you hear the thumping of heavy footsteps and the noise of branches breaking. It sounds as though some huge creature is coming down the path towards you. If you wish to face the oncoming beast, turn to 265. If you would rather hide in the bushes off the path, turn to 318. Guys, what do we do? What do we do? Do we... Let me just get this poll going up. Do we face the beast? Or do we hide? What do we do, guys? Let me know. Oh, I've put DP we instead of do we. Don't read too much into that. Entirely a spelling mistake. Any thoughts in your own head, they're entirely your own and not mine. Do we DP the beast? Do we DP the beast? We may need to go and get the old wizard back for helping us out with that one. But no, grow up. Do we face the oncoming beast? Or do we hide? What are we doing? Okay. Know the which. Why not? We've already fisted a tree. In for a penny, in for a pound. I have a full collection of Choose Your Own Adventure books. Yes. I love these books. In fact, we've got the actual, this one, specifically the Forest of Doom, somewhere. In for a penny, in for a pound, yes. In for a penny, in for a pounding, as we say. But why are you 50-50ing this? Why are you so bloody close? 139, 138, 147... One person. 150 said hide. 148 said face the beast. There is one guy changing this, and I'm not... Elite is really upset by that. Elite was just like, fuck all of you. Every single one of you, all 1,500 of you, you've annoyed Elite. You're all personally responsible for making them upset. Okay, we've chosen to hide. We are hiding in the bushes. You jump into the thick overgrowth by the side of the path. Peering out from behind the leaves, you see the massive legs of some gigantic man stomp past you along the path. Soon, he is gone, and you creep back out onto the path again and head north. The path twists and turns and then makes a sudden sharp turn to the west. Following the new course, you are aware of squawking in the trees all around you. You hear the flapping of wings and look up to see 3 large birds sweeping down on you. Their beaks and talons look razor sharp. You have only a second in which to draw your sword and defend yourself from the Death Hawks. You must fight. We can try and fight, we can try and escape. We've got that sword. Our skill is currently 11. I believe in us. Fight. That's looking good. 21 to 12. Smacked it. Smashed it around. Fight again. I'm still happy with that. 16 to 13. Oh, we've got this, guys. We have got this. Deathhawk very much sounds like, as you said, it sounds like the name of a sports team in a sci-fi movie about, like, futuristic death sports. You know, you'd see the movie made in the 80s or the mid-90s about, like, Death Roller Derby or some... like The Running Man. Pretty much that. It very much does seem like an 80s sci-fi danger sport movie with the Death Hawk 2000. The football team from Starship Troopers. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Oh, we've got this, guys. Look, even if I roll poorly, I still win. Look, look at that. Rolled terribly. Still absolutely kicking ass. Kicking ass and taking names. Got it. Starring Charlton Heston as the Death Hawk. It does sound like a minion from Flash Gordon, doesn't it? You are spot on. The third Death Hawk. Oh, damn, okay. Even if we both roll terribly, even if we roll awfully, I am going to kick some serious ass. We have ripped those birds apart. Done. Okay, I'm the one who remembers the 80s Terror Hawks. It rings a bell. I'm going to Google this. Terror Hawks. Is it a cartoon? If it was a cartoon, I may remember it. I will do that later. I'm going to watch all of them. It was a cartoon. Okay, sweet. Right, we are victorious. One of the Death Hawks has a silver band around one of its legs. It has an inscription on it which reads, "Death awaits you." You decide to leave the silver and head quickly west. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. Looking at Big Leg's map, that was the name of the dwarf, by the way, that we're doing all this for, you decide to head north again in the direction of Stonebridge, ignoring the narrow path which continues west. The path opens into a small clearing. To your right, you see a pile of branches, grass, and pieces of rag, the lair of some large creatures. Amongst the debris and old bones scattered around, you catch sight of something glittering. Do you want to look more closely, or hurry north along the path? What do we do? How do I forget about the Death Hawk Loyalist Space Marine chapter? Look, there's like 400 Space Marine chapters, and only 3 of them matter, and 2 of them are Ultramarines. That's how I can just about remember. So, what are we doing? Nothing can go wrong. Do we look closer, or do we go north? What are we doing, guys? Do we look closer? Do we go north? Look, come on. You guys are all, most of you are MMORPG players. Probably all of you are RPG players. You've all played an RPG at some point. Most of you are probably video game fans. All right? There's something sparkling in a cave. What are you going to do? Get your Warhammer 40k lore straight, dude. Look, okay, look. I know all of the Warhammer 40k lore. All of it. I know more than James Workshop himself. And I know there are some Space Marines which are good. A cave full of bears, not taking a chance. It's the Troll Cave. You've got to pay the troll toll. That's what it is. Yeah, James Workshop, he's the guy that makes everything. Yeah, he makes all the models himself, manually. That's what he does. So, 71% of you want to look closer. Yeah? Name 2 heresies. All right? I can name 2 heresies. The Horus one and the other one that Horus didn't do, but was still bad. Right, look closer. 70% of you want to look closer. Let's do it. You walk over to investigate the lair, but are suddenly aware of a dark shadow being cast all about you. You hear a loud roar above you and look up to see a dragon-like creature with 2 legs and green, scaly skin flying down to its lair. A bolt of fire shoots from its mouth toward you. Test your luck. Roll low. That's good. You want to roll low. You are lucky. You needed a luck score of 8 or below, and you rolled a luck score of 4. This is good. We are lucky. The bolt explodes by our feet. Have we been raided? Have we been raided by the Mahano? How are you doing, guys? Welcome from the raid. We've been raided by 2 people today. I feel very raided. I feel very much like a Warcraft dungeon right now, being raided by many people all day. Hopefully you're doing good, guys. Welcome. How was your stream? What did you get up to? If it walks like a dragon, quacks like a dragon, and breathes fire like a dragon, it's probably a duck dragon. Yes, thank you. I'm glad that you're here. This is important. Dragon's Advocate says, "Hi, guys." Oh, Dragon's Advocate, you are not going to like what's about to happen in this story, mate. If you are advocating as hard as you can, then stream was good. Hope you're doing well. I'm always doing good, man. I always pretend to be doing good. Okay, Wyvern, I hardly know her. You can't just add I hardly know her to things that don't rhyme with stuff. The dragon landing in front of you is a wyvern. It looks at you and opens its huge mouth to let out another burning roar. It is about 10 meters long, and its thick scales look hard to penetrate with your sword. Do you possess a flute? Unfortunately, we do not. The wyvern's long tail swishes from side to side and smoke curls up from its nostrils. You draw your sword and prepare to combat this fearsome monster. This is bad, because remember, we had literally all of our stuff taken by the lady, and we're down to 12 stamina and 9 skill. This is not great. Now, the Potion of Fortune will increase our luck. This might be the time to use it. Yeah, we took all of our food, so let's fight this dragon. Here we go. Oh, he's got 10 skill, we've got 9 skill. He's got 11 stamina, we've got 12. Statistically, he's going to win this fight. This is not good. Here we go. No, hang on. 8 plus 3 is 11. This is why I'm a streamer and not a mathematician. Here we go. Statistically, we should win this fight. We might. We won't. Okay, he hits us. Let's test our luck. That's bad. Oh, the wound is worse than we thought. We took more damage. Right, so I can hit the table. Remember, let's try again. Nope. Nope. Yep, that'll stick. Shut up, right? Look, I'm not cheating. I'm just changing the results to favor me. That's what we're doing. Okay, you know what? Fine. No cheating. At all. I will not ever again hit the table. Ever. But when I die, you guys will feel foolish. Is there a limit to hitting the table? 3 times. Per roll. That's it. Let's test our luck. Can we have a... We can't use the potion. Let's just keep fighting. Oh, that's bad. We keep taking damage. Okay, good. If we roll even, we hit it, we win. We're down to 5 each. 3 more hits on each side. Okay, I had to do that one. Look, I had to nudge that one because otherwise we'd have died. I don't want to die. Okay, you know what? Fine. Hands up here. I'm going to click and I'm going to wait. That's bad. That's very bad. Okay. We've only got... That's good. We only need to... Yeah, we need to do 1 more win. That's bad. That's even. Okay, that was close. We need to roll equal to or higher than the enemy. Oh, thank God. Okay. That was close. That was extremely close. You are triumphant. We have beaten the wyvern. You walk around the motionless wyvern and start to rummage through its lair and surrounding debris. You find a gauntlet made of plate iron, a throwing knife, 10 gold pieces, and a gold ring. You put the knife and the gold pieces in your backpack. Will we try on the gauntlet? Will we try on the gold ring? Or will we leave these items and head north along the path? Now, I don't know if these items are cursed. They might be. Do we try gauntlet? Try gold ring or leave? Now, I again do not know. If you guys manage to get 33, 33, 33, I will be very impressed in the balance of this poll. You need to get exactly the same amount of votes, not just percentage, for me to restart the whole thing, though. Okay? It needs to be exactly the same amount of things. Let's see how many people we've got, because it also needs to be divisible by 3. You can't, yeah, you guys can't even do 50-50. There is no way you can balance exactly 33 things. Ain't gonna work. Although I look at it and it's actually working remarkably remarkably close. But you need to be not just 33%, but exact numbers. Like, if you can do exact numbers, I'll be impressed. 105, 104, 104 was very close. That was remarkably close. 111, 112, 110. Nah, you're each going up randomly by various numbers. 133, 121, 119. Not even close. You guys want me to put the gauntlet on, right? I am going to put the gauntlet on. You slip the gauntlet onto your hand and take hold of your sword. Slicing the air with it, you feel more than usually skilled with your weapon. You now possess a gauntlet of weapon skill, which adds 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength during combat, so long as you wear it. If you wish to try on the gold ring, turn to 133. If you would rather ignore the gold ring, you may leave. So, what do we do? Do we try on the gold ring? It might be cursed, we don't know. Or leave. Do we try on the gold ring? Or do we leave? Because by now we've got a helmet, and we've got a badass sword, and we've got a gauntlet. Guys, we are getting equipped. You know, we are building this character. It might be fine, it might be the one ring, it might be a bad ring, it might be a good ring, who knows? I mean, Ian Livingston knows. He wrote the book. He definitely knows. We did get robbed, that was true. Yeah. 1 hit and we are dead next fight. That's true. I forgot about that. We have no food. We have 1 hit point and no food. Maybe I don't even know if I should save the game here, because I'm saving the game with literally... Oh, I've got 3 stamina, okay? We have 3 stamina, that's it. So we can get hit twice. I'm going to drink my potion of fortune and regain some luck. So that's important. Right, what is the... okay, so 53% of you want to try the gold ring. 137 people, 139. A lot of you want me to try the ring. Okay, 143 to 123. You guys want the gold ring. Let's give it a go. You guys ready? Slipping the ring onto your middle finger, you are suddenly gripped by an agonizing pain. Eventually the pain subsides, but you are unable to take off the ring. You are wearing a cursed ring of slowness, which will subtract 2 points from all future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength during combat. If you wish to ignore the gauntlet or have already tried it on, you must walk north. Thanks, guys! So we've got +4 skill, but we're also removing 2, so we've only got +2, so our skill's basically 10. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Walking along the narrow path, you suddenly hear the sharp crack of a twig breaking and the whispering of low voices. You draw your sword and wait anxiously with your back to a large oak tree. Then from behind the trees opposite you step 4 men and a woman, dressed in green tunics. Each looks menacing, and they stand with swords and axes in their hand. The young woman steps forward and tells you that you are trespassing on their territory, and you must pay a levy of 5 objects from your backpack or face the consequences. If you wish to give them what they want, or spit on the ground and fight them. Okay, look, guys. Do we have 5 objects we can spare? Throwing knife, nose filters, ring of light, potion of plant control, the eye of amber, the leather armor, the painted canvas. We can probably find... Can we give them the ring of slowness? Can we try? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Let's find out. So, look, fighting is a bad idea. So, I don't think we should fight. Fighting seems silly. Question, do we give 5 items or fight? I don't think the nose rings, or the nose rings, I don't think the nose filters will be split into a load of stuff. I didn't see you were streaming. No summary. That's not a problem. It's not a problem, Niku. Normally, you do the best summaries. You were fantastic. 1 word for every event we go through. It's okay. Do you think we fight Oh, by the way, guys, if you're in the chat right now, I'm going to try and make streaming a more regular thing. I want to stream on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and I want to try and do it from roughly the same time, probably about 7 or 8 p.m. GMT or UK time to about 1 or 2 in the morning. So from 8 p.m. UK time to about midnight to 1 o'clock, so about 4 to 5 hours. I think 4 to 5 hours is a sweet spot for streaming. Like, it's long enough that I can do it without needing a break, but it's also not too long that everyone gets bored and goes away. Yeah, it's basically GMT plus 1. So stream tomorrow? Yes. 4 to 5 hours. 62% of you want to give 5 items. I completely agree. Let's do it. Give them 5 items. You may treat all the items in your backpack as single objects, including each gold piece. Oh, cool. Okay. So we just give them a gold piece. That's fine. That's way easier. Can we just... We can't give them the ring. That's a real shame. Weapon skill, when you've given 5 objects... So we could just give them 5 gold pieces. Like, that's way easier. Because we've got 18 gold pieces, but 4 nose filters. Okay, hang on. Should we just give them like a couple of nose filters? Because we have 4 of those. So let's give them 1, 2, 3, and then just like 2 nose filters. 1. Oh yeah, that's fine. What? You can only give them 1 nose filter? It's blocked out. I can only give them 1 nose filter. Pull out your small, tiny sword. Throwing knife, eye of amber. I would say just give them another gold piece. That is a scam, to be fair. Or you've given them all 4. No, look, nose filters times 4. I've still got them. Throw the knife at them. All right, 4 gold it is. Gold piece. Cool. Giving them all the items. The bandit woman takes the items from you and steps back to let you pass. You head north again and soon notice the trees beginning to thin out on either side of the path. Eventually, the path leads out of the trees into a ploughed field. You are out of Darkwood Forest. The path leads through the field to a stone bridge over a clear stream. Beyond the bridge are the small cottages and wooden huts of a village. A sign on the bridge reads, Stonebridge. You cross the bridge and see 2 old dwarves with long white beards standing by a cottage, looking at you. Do you have the hammer head and the handle with the letter G inscribed in them? We have neither. You have failed in your quest to help the dwarves. Being unable to face Gillibrand, their king, you decide to head east and find a place to rest after your perilous adventure. But wait, perhaps you want to continue searching. If you do, turn to 98. You decide the best way to continue looking is to walk back around Darkwood Forest and pay a visit to Yaztromo. As you begin the long walk, you are attacked by a large group of wild hill men. Probably the same group who attacked Big Leg and his party 2 days earlier. Test your luck. You are lucky. You needed a luck score of 11 or below. You rolled a luck score of 6. Excellent. If you are lucky, you manage to run away from them without being hit by the rain of arrows which fall about you. You run for what seems like hours, stumbling through the changing landscape. Something doesn't seem right somehow, and you feel a thumping pain in your head. You stop, falling to the ground and stare up at the blue sky and the clouds floating above. Your vision blurs, and you suddenly see a familiar face staring down at you before you lose consciousness. You open your eyes. It's evening, and you find yourself lying beneath a sheepskin blanket next to an open fire. A half-eaten rabbit that looks as though it was spit-roasted lies on the ground nearby. This feels very familiar. There's a full moon, and the light sparkles on the blade of your broadsword, skewered into the ground by your side. You gaze at it, thinking about all the vile creatures you've killed in the last few days. You try to remember each one of them, but somehow you can't picture them in your mind. You're pretty sure that you killed some, yet it feels like the memory of those encounters is fading. You know these are strange lands, inhabited by weird and loathsome beasts, goblins, trolls, and even dragons. Have you killed any recently? Maybe you're just tired, need a good sleep. As the flame of your campfire gently dies, you begin to finally drift asleep, and images of fighting strange monsters flicker through your mind. Suddenly, in the bushes to your left, you hear the loud crack of a twig breaking under a clumsy foot. You leap up and grab your sword from the ground. You stand motionless, but alert, ready to pounce on your unseen adversary. Then you hear a groan, followed by a dull thud of a body falling to the ground. Is it a trap? Slowly you walk over to the bush where the noise is coming from and carefully pull back the branches. You look down to see a little old man with a great bushy beard, his face contorted in pain. He seems vaguely familiar. And you crouch down to remove the iron helmet covering his balding head and notice 2 crossbow bolts protruding from the stomach of his plump, chainmail-clad torso. Picking him up, you carry him over to the fire and stir the dying embers into life. After covering him with the sheepskin blanket, you manage to get the old man to drink a little water. He coughs and moans. He sits up rigid, eyes staring fixedly ahead. I'll get them, don't you fear, Gillibrand. Big Leg is coming to bring you the hammer. Oh, yes, indeed I am. Oh, yes. The dwarf, whose name you presume to be Big Leg, is obviously delirious from the poison-tipped bolts lodged in his stomach. You watch as he slumps down again to the ground. The whisper, his name in his ear. His eyes stare unblinkingly at you, and he again starts to shout. Ambush! Look out! Ambush! Ah, the hammer! Take the hammer to Gillibrand! Save the dwarves! His eyes half close, and the pain seems to ease a little. As the delirium subsides, he speaks to you again in a low whisper. Help us, friend. Take the hammer to Gillibrand. Only the hammer will unite our people against the trolls. We were on our way to Darkwood in search of the hammer, ambushed by the little people, others killed. The map in my pouch will take you to the home of Yastromo, the master mage of these parts. He has great magics for sale to protect you against the creatures of Darkwood. Take my gold, I beg you, to find the hammer and take it to Gillibrand, my lord of Stonebridge. You will be well rewarded. Big Leg opens his mouth to start another sentence, but nothing comes out except his last dying breath. You sit down and ponder Big Leg's words. Who is Gillibrand? Who is Yastromo? Their names feel familiar, like some distant dream. What is all the fuss about a dwarvish hammer? You reach over to the still body of Big Leg and remove the pouch from his leather belt around his waist. Inside you find a number of gold pieces and a half-drawn map. Jiggling the coins in your hand, you think of the possible rewards which may await you just for returning a hammer to a village of dwarves. You decide to try and find the hammer in Darkwood Forest. It's been a few weeks since your last good battle. You think, and what is more, you're likely to be well paid for this one. Now, remember, when we first did this, we found exactly 30 gold pieces and a blank map. Now we've found a number of gold pieces and a drawn map. With your mind made up, you settle down to sleep. Having taken back the sheepskin blanket from poor Big Leg, in the morning you bury the old dwarf and gather up your possessions. You examine the map, look to the sun, and find your bearings. Any strange thoughts you have had about last night, dreamlike adventure, have now faded, and whistling merrily, you head off south at a good pace, eager to meet the man Yastromo and see what he has to offer. We are back to full health, with 5 provisions, all of our gold, our sword, our leather armor, and a map. Knowing that we could do this, should we do it again because we made the wrong choices last time? We effectively get to do this again. 8 skills a bit rubbish, no ring of slowness this time. Now we can make the correct choice. I suppose technically you did 50-50 it, didn't you? Like we've started again. We're back on full health. We've got everything we need. We've got the sword. We know the choices to make. How about we save? Here's my plan. We played the long game. It all ends in 50-50. It's all 50-50. Always was. I think we take 5 minutes, grab a bite to eat, grab a cup of tea, sit down, and then as a team, we try and finish this adventure. I don't know if we will, but I think we can. You guys ready? You've got 10 minutes. Cup of tea. Bite to eat. Possibly a biscuit. However you want to play it. I'll see you gorgeous people in 10 minutes time. Let's do this. Let's set the timer. 10 minutes. I'll see you then.
Okay. Slight change of plan. Unfortunately, I've gone to feed some dogs. I've gone to feed a cat. I've gone to do some washing up, some tidying up downstairs. As much as I would love to replay this entire game, and believe me, we will. At some point, I did not realize that I've been streaming for 3 hours and 40 minutes. I'm going to try and aim each stream specifically for between 3 and 4 hours. My cat is yelling for food downstairs. Both the dogs that you saw earlier need to be fed and watered and let out the back before we try and hit the hay for the night. But I am going to be streaming, hopefully, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from about 7 or 8 p.m. UK time to about midnight, maybe kind of 1 a.m. kind of things. I really do want to focus on doing at least kind of 4-hour streams most nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe that's a realistic amount of time to keep up for. So I will be heading off tonight. I have betrayed you twice in one day, I know. So we can see you tomorrow. Yes, you can. And if any of you guys want a little sneak peek of what the next Was It Good will be on the secondary channel JoshStrifePlays. How many people have played Red Dead Redemption 2? How many people have played Red Dead Redemption 1? Did you know it wasn't the first Red Dead? There was one that came out in 2004. And it was bad. So we'll be playing Red Dead Revolver. Battleworth, thank you very much for the tips. Remarkably kind of you. You've been binging the worst MMO series, burned through the Was It Good, love the videos. Man, we are going to be making Was It Good videos for the rest of time and worst MMOs until they stop making bad MMOs. But Red Dead Revolver has... it's got some strengths, but its tone is all over the place. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you for joining me. I will see you gorgeous people tomorrow at about 8 p.m. GMT. Take care, good night, and God bless.